Part of the game. It doesn't consider that part of the window capture. Play. Let's give it a test. Welcome. Wait, I'm Rebecca. And I'm Rebecca, and other person. Hello.
I got caught off so off guard. I forgot that I was supposed to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Lindsay.
And we are audio only today, almost in a return to fashion, which is kind of nice, actually. So
I do like being a voice in the void. I have to admit, I do like the voice.
It
in
is.
the void
It is
energy.
nice. And honestly, for shows where we don't really need to show any physical media, that might be nice sometimes.
Back to our roots. So what are we here for, Becca? What are we doing today?
Wait, did we finish our intro?
No, I don't think we did. I think we got lost immediately.
Yeah, wait.
Sometimes on record, but to see how the sausage is made, when we record the podcast formally, this happens frequently.
Often.
That we start, and then one of us is like, wait, what were we doing? And then we have to do it again.
I think you've even said I've said I'm Becca, and then you've said I'm Becca also.
I may have repeated if my brain is not fully engaged.
Yeah, definitely.
Possibly.
Especially since sometimes the only time we get the time to record is like morning.
None of us is doing any sort of braining.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Rebecca.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Ningyo Bingo.
Where you keep collecting dolls.
But never seem to win the game. But hopefully today, or after a series of sessions with this game, we will have won at least one game.
I don't know if this game's really about winning exactly.
Winning at love? Maybe?
I suppose we can win at love.
Yeah.
Depends on what our goals are.
Okay, so a little context. There's this game, which is currently 25% off on Steam. I've seen it a little less than that, which was when I picked it up. And it's called Nameless, The One Thing You Must Recall. There is extra content for the game, which I have not purchased. It's like $5 a pop. I think it's like audio CDs or something. So I think this is a Korean game originally. So just to read through it here in case anybody's listening, just listening to this playthrough as some people do on YouTube. Nameless, The One Thing You Must Recall is a visual novel game designed for a female audience, aka an Otome game. It was released by Charitz in English, Korean, and Japanese on November 11th, 2013, and is now available on Steam. I don't know the date they released it on Steam. Charitz is a company located in South Korea that has been developing Otome games since 2012, so this was only a year after their debut. The debut game, Dandelion Wishes Brought to You, is also available on Steam. Visual novel, Windows, Mac, OS X, full-voiced Korean, rating 14+, playtime about 40 hours. So we're not going to beat it today, probably.
That'd be very ambitious of us.
No. I mean, like, it might be... I'm curious if the 40 hours is going through each boy, and, like, the image here shows 5 boys, so, like 8 hours each or something. I don't know.
We're gonna find out.
Did I do that right? Yeah. Story. Ari, the name is replaceable, is a high school student, and everything about her seems ordinary except that she has a special hobby. Ari is into collecting ball-jointed dolls made from the company Crobidoll. Although she treats her dolls like her real family, she cannot talk to them She cannot talk about them to even her normal best friends, which I feel like was relatable, especially at the beginning of this hobby.
Oh yes, when you don't have friends who are understanding.
And I mean, like, even my more like social normative, I don't even know what to say, friends that come over, I'm like, do you dislike dolls? Because if so, don't go in that room.
That is the forbidden room. Don't go there.
It's not for the light of heart. Okay, so Ari, with her parents living overseas, she was left all alone after her grandpa's death. She started to rely on her dolls to escape from her loneliness. Then one day she had a dream about feathers coming out of her diary, and when she woke up, she heard strange sounds coming from her kitchen. So I knew about this game for a while, but it was always like full price, and for an Otome game that I didn't know, I've never played an Otome game, it was hard to bite at the price of $30.
Wait, hold on. You've never played an Otome game before?
I mean, unless you count, like, Fate Grand Order and stuff, like...
I'm very excited then, because between us, we have opposite experiences, where I've played a lot of them.
So
that means I know the tropes that I'm anticipating, and I know kind of how mechanically they often go, and you don't, which is a very fun combination.
Like, I think the only game that I played that was even close to a dating game is, like, Persona, like, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I have never...
I'm excited now.
I have never.
I was excited before, but...
Okay.
Oh, this is your first one.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how they do the thing they do. One thing I will tell you is if you have a choice in front of you, and you're like, I don't know about this, save. Quick save is there for a reason. It's go off the rails very quickly.
I saw that, like, when I briefly loaded this, that it said I had, like, a save or whatever. Save Scum is approved for yes. Otome games.
Save Scum is part of the anticipated playstyle.
Okay.
Because the whole point, often, if you're, like, playing an Otome game, is you want to hunt through every possible branch, because by doing so, you usually unlock extra things.
Oh, interesting.
So skipping is actually, like, once you've gone through certain parts of the story that are consistent between all the routes, and they're called routes, and then they branch off into different routes eventually, the games, as a quality of life measure, should have a super fast skip all the time option that you can turn on, so you can just, like, blow through content you've already seen, and then it stops at the new stuff.
Okay, cool.
It's like, you're more in an adventure, you're in a hunt for narrative.
Okay, so a little bit now about Crobidoll. This is Crobidoll's official website. It says, greetings, we are the BJD Crobidoll, is a ball-jointed doll company in Korea. BJD, we know this means. Crobi is a compound word from cross and ambition, meaning a meeting of passion. As name of BJD, Croby gathering these passions, the English is hard. We are trying to make fun doll playing culture with lovely dolls and people with passion for BJDs and BJD doll playing culture. Was founded in May of 2008 and has made original dolls and various goods for dolls since then. They export their products and items to about 60 countries, as well as sell in South Korea. Croby, as one of the fun doll playing culture's partners and facilitators with you, we will do our best to have more various and fun dolls and doll playing culture. So they are a doll company. They collaborated with the game company and they made this game. They are kind of visually, as I go into the dolls here, visually kind of standard, especially for some of the older visual styles of ball jointed dolls. Some of these kind of faces remind me of Dream of Doll or earlier Delphs. So that's kind of the aesthetic.
Very classic.
Yeah, very classic aesthetic for a lot of these ones. Then finally here, they actually, in collaboration with the game, can I zoom in? Oh well. They did some collaboration dolls for these back forever ago.
Oh,
so
cool.
There's one for sale right now on eBay for $1,094.
Oh, wow.
Where is it selling from?
Yeah, where is that coming from?
I don't know. Economy shipping, free shipping. Located in Japan, so shipping from Japan.
Oh, that's actually a very good sign for the quality of the used item.
Yeah.
Typically, the Japanese used market is very honest about everything. The tolerance for non-explained flaws is low, so they're very straightforward about it usually.
So, let me switch my input here, and
so
what
we're seeing is a tie-in game, which means sometimes they're more or less well written, but we're going to find that on an adventure together.
Yeah,
exactly how well written it is. And the thing with games like this, they tend to get, or at least the ones that I like the best, get really, really weird.
I've known about this game since probably 2013, but I never even watched a playthrough or anything beyond the initial description because I always wanted to play it for myself.
Yes. So we don't know how weird we get. I mean, we're already in a kind of a premise that can get weird if it wants to.
Yeah, definitely yes. All right, so let me begin this game through Steam. I will choose my frame size.
Developed and presented by Cherish. Supported by Crobidoll. 손님이 너무 많아서 실례할게요.
All right, and let's see. Lindsay, are you automatically getting the frame sharing? No? Okay, let me get this.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell it.
Okay. Cool. Let's see if I can do this without the computer going and dying. My very makeshift overlay that I did today. Just something to make it work. It's
working fine.
It's not nothing. So here we go. I'm gonna do new game. There's extra and special. I don't know what any of that is, but I think we should just go straight into new game. We can probably play for about 2 hours at least.
What I would do is click on extra real quick.
Okay. Album memory bonus.
You're also not actually giving me the game yet in the thing that you're sending me. Just so you know.
Oh, it didn't. It shows. It shows that you're getting.
I'm silly. Never mind. So album is going to, as you play through, you'll unlock special illustrations as
Okay.
part of going through the different routes. The album will collect them for you, so you know where you've been, and so you can look back on them. Usually they're like a pretty like, oh, they're kissing, like there's like something like that.
Okay. And then memory, and then bonus.
So those will be things we unlock as we go.
All
and then
right.
you can go back and see them, and sometimes it kind of gives you a hint of like other routes or where you've been and that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right.
어서 오세요. 반줄입니다.
I'm gonna like learn the cadence of Korean language.
Oh, also you might want to check out your options first. There might be some useful ones, especially since we're on stream. We may or may not want to turn anything down or up. I always like having the text speed at its highest setting because I read very quickly.
Yeah, I do too. UI transparency, BGM.
Yeah, you want to
sound
keep it.
effect,
The
voice.
skip mode should stay on auto skip instead of all skip.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. All right, so I think we're okay there.
Fantastic.
Oh, you can turn on and off voices? That's interesting.
Mhm.
I
Some
guess.
people like it, and some people don't. Like some people find it interruptive of the experience to have a voice that's not one that they're projecting,
Ah. Interesting.
or sometimes they don't like them.
Yeah, they just might not like the VA for it, I could see.
A lot of it is an Otome game's about a presented fantasy, so they do a lot of things to let you be specific about your experience.
Okay, I think we're good for a new game.
Yeah, new game, new game, new game, new game. Select a piece.
Oh, forget the name. All your saved data. Okay.
햄버거를 라이프로 잘라.
That means that if you want to reset completely. you
Yeah,
just
which
reset
I-
completely.
yeah,
if
I
you're gonna
just-
play through, you want to start from scratch.
Yeah. What is the
Yeah.
name of your first doll? What was my first doll? Was it Maya or was it Tempest? It was
Tempest.
It was Tempest.
Tempest is OG.
Yeah.
I like this question. I'm already sort of like, ooh, they're gonna play a trick on us. I feel.
Okay. Did it work?
Yeah, it worked.
Okay.
Now choose a piece.
I can't choose
From the
these other
bottom.
ones, so it looks like these are locked off for later.
Oh, so root lock. All right. 'Cause it means you have to play through some of the narrative before you get to them. I like it.
Tell
Do
me
we want to
your
be
name.
default name?
Yeah. I mean, this
I
is.
like my first playthrough to be default name because it's like you're in the character, but we could do something else.
I
if we want
mean, if this is self-insertion, I'm wondering.
to. Let's go. Let's lean in.
Okay.
Lean it all the way in.
All right. The very
Prologue.
Korean name Becca.
Yes. Do we want to read it? I mean, probably should. Do you want to read, or do you want me to read? Do you want me to be the narrator, or do you want to be the character's voice? That could work.
Okay. Blinding white light fills my sight. My arms and legs feel lighter, and soon I feel my body hover. Where am I? Maybe in a dream? I gather the strength to walk forward despite my feet barely touching the ground. No matter how far I go, white space continues without end. I open my eyes, but I can't see or hear anything. I stop and look around. I thought you were looking around already because you couldn't see or hear anything. This space, so pure and clean, but for some reason I feel sad.
That might
I'm
be
hope-
because you're in the void.
Yeah, I'm hoping this audio mix is okay. Lovely, you want to just check the audio bounds for me? Just go to YouTube, search Nino Bingo, and just make sure it's looking okay between everything.
We've got our man on the ground.
Yeah. This place, surrounded by glimmering light white as snow, is breathtakingly beautiful. But such extreme beauty can only belong in another world. I see something blurred far away.
I think it might be your love interest.
No, that one's very close. I couldn't see properly because of the glaring light coming at me from all directions. Good balance between the in-game audio and us. Great, thank you. All I could make out was a tall person and another slightly shorter. Two people? There's a monologue, an internal monologue, and then a secondary internal monologue. I swear this makes sense.
It's like it's the thoughts and then the things you're actually kind of saying. Oh, do you want me to be everyone else if it's not voice acted?
It was. We just talked over it. Can you?
Well, never mind then.
Can you replay an audio line? I know sometimes you can.
It doesn't seem to be allowing you to, so no.
Okay. Who are they? What are they talking about? I think the voice is supposed to be faint because they're faint in the background.
Oh, because they're far away.
대답과 행동이 맞지 않는군. 좋습니다. 지금의 당신에게는 그것이 어울리니까요.
Yeah, the voice is coming in louder now.
좋을 대로 하시죠. 단 선택에 따른 결과는 모두 당신의 몫이라는 것만.
I realized why I couldn't hear it because I had you muted on the stream that I was watching.
Oh.
I was like, why? It's so quiet. Oh, there's all this sound now. Anyway.
모든 것은 당신의 의지였다는 걸 잊지 마시길.
Ooh, I like this voice actor.
I don't understand cadences and things for Korean, but
Ooh, should we? If someone's just listening and they aren't watching, they will have no idea what the translation is. Should it be? Well, we're figuring out our logistics as we go. Should I read them after the voice line is done?
Sure.
Sure, I'll be everyone else. Now then, take this.
They missed all the beginning, but they'll just have to check that one.
Yes.
The tall man
Use your
hands
eyes.
over something, and the man who took it looked down for a while and slowly turned to my side. His lips seemed to move a little. What? He seems to be talking to me? Let's go a little closer. Suddenly, fierce wind started to rip through. The wind seemed to be... The wind seemed to... I am not a voice actor. The wind seemed to will me out of this place. Hold on, not yet. Wait, I haven't...
For those of you just listening and not watching, there were two mysterious figures. They handed each other something. They said more mysterious things, and then they kicked us the fuck out of the chat room.
We got modded by the wind.
We got mod kicked.
All right. Along the wind, a myriad of feathers flew around and blocked my sight. You could barely see anything to start with. I parted through the wind blowing towards me and made my way to him with all the strength I had.
That is not how the word parted works. It's okay.
The moment I thought I had finally reached him, I fell into a bottomless pit along with countless feathers.
Dang it.
I was woken up by the noisy alarm clock. It's morning, but I think I was dreaming about something until now.
Can we talk for a moment about her room and how fucking cute it is?
Okay, so we have this like Gudetama vibe on the left with this round yellow pillow on the white sheets.
You can see her doll collection in like the inside of that cabinet over to the right.
And that's like the same color as my one chair, with green with like the brown accents.
Yeah.
There's
her desk is cute with a little rat. Is that a rabbit? I can't quite see.
There is not enough clutter here. It doesn't feel like my room.
This girl's too organized, unrealistic, unsubscribing.
Yeah. Like there's nothing on top of the dresser. Like who puts nothing on top of a dresser? I don't know. But there's a little photo board with what looks like instant photos because it kind of has the wide white piece on the bottom that looks like the developer. And a bunny or bear holding a cup for the pen holder. No computer? No computer.
No computer.
How?
I guess maybe she uses her phone.
Well, this was 2013, so...
That's not a don't have a computer era.
Well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, South Korea could be different. How common it was for...
South Korea has been more, like, electronically connected than most countries for a long time.
Okay, because I'm not sure if, like, it was something where they would have, like, one family PC or what.
Like what the tradition would be.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll find out.
Yeah. I keep tracing my memory, but it's still fuzzy from sleep. I can't remember. I don't dream often, so the feeling after having one feels strange. The most recent dream was... You're right, it was then. It was when Grandpa died, about 3 years ago from now.
Oh.
In my dream, I saw him smiling and waking me up as always, telling me, "You'll be late if you don't get up now." And then the next morning... Sorry, thank you. And the next morning when I realized that his smile was all a dream. This won't do. Let me just think happy thoughts in the morning. Anyways, it's definitely been a long time since I've had a dream. I drew the curtains as soon as I got out of bed. The window was slightly wet from the rain last night, but as a result, the sky was incredibly clear. Wow, the weather is so good today. Grandpa, isn't today the perfect to hang out the laundry? I stare at the small framed picture on the desk. Oh, it's I didn't see it. Well, no, that looks like a different picture. Well.
I think it's a different picture. I think it's just magically also there.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that even though we have a clear image of our protagonist, they are still making it, doing the slide across like the glare so you don't quite see the picture of her grandpa.
Yeah.
As if it's supposed to be a mystery. Like, we know what she looks like. It's canon.
What? This grandpa, though. Purple.
Look at his, like,
lilac.
Teal bow tie.
Teal bow tie, lilac suit jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
He's styling.
Either this guy's like super styling, or Grandpa lived with his friend, who is also male.
It is lavender, after all.
Either could be true.
If you're not familiar, lavender was like a slang term for being gay.
Oh, I was not sure.
That's why I was making that joke. Anyway, moving on.
I stare at the small frame picture on the desk. This is the house. This house used to be the place where two people, my grandpa and I, used to live. He took care of me instead of my parents, who went abroad for research.
Oh.
I listened to him more after I grew up because I lived with him since I was little. Most pictures are of Grandpa and me. Grandpa's smile was all in the pictures pinned on the board above the desk. I guess that counts as above.
Mm.
I cannot even begin to describe the amount of shock I received when he passed away from a chronic illness.
Wait, you were shocked about a chronic illness?
Yeah, that seems weird.
That seems counterintuitive.
Days passed by with me constantly passing out from crying so hard. Unable to bear seeing me like this, my parents suggested that I move to the States with them. But I shook my head. I didn't want to be burdened on their research, but more importantly, I couldn't leave this house. The house itself is full of memories I had with Grandpa.
얘가 고집을? 큰일이에요, 여보. 얘 자기 할아버지를 닮아서 한 번 고집 피우는데도 존재가 뻑질했는데.
This is the mother talking. She's being stubborn. It's serious, honey. She's stubborn like her grandfather. She won't budge.
정말 괜찮겠군. 그러지 말고 함께 가자. 엄마 아빠 일이라면 걱정하지 마.
Are you sure you'll be alright? Says the dad. Please don't be like that. You don't have to worry about our work.
No, it's really fine. All my friends are here. I want to graduate in Korea.
Like legit, my dear.
할수 없고.
And dad says, if you say so, alright.
As they commonly say, no parent can persuade a child otherwise. I saw them off, and their disappointed smiles, and I became alone in this house. The house is a bit too big to live in by myself. I slowly looked around the living room. Grandpa, it's already been over a year. Time flies by really fast, doesn't it? Around the house, there are still many traces of him, other than the pictures. I'm living to the fullest just by myself, so don't worry. At first, I wasn't used to being alone, so every night I blankly stared inside the empty house. That's an old TV. Look how chonky that is.
Yeah, that is a big CRT right there.
I would have definitely have taken all those dishes out of that cabinet, and that would be dolls.
Uh-huh.
That would be dolls.
That's a smart move. Smart move.
And every time I looked around the empty house, it just made me feel more and more lonely. But now, everything's alright. Because I have those kids. I see the desk muddled with diaries and pens. And on the shelf next to it are my most cherished treasures. They are the joys of my life and my precious friends who gave me my smile. Who gave me back my smile. Ooh.
Okay, let's take a moment. We're seeing our potential roots. I vote white hair. That's the one I like the most visually right now.
This one on the bottom where my voice, my name is covering up.
The angsty eye one with the darker hair.
Yeah, angsty eye. The redhead with the punk stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at these. These ones have jointed hands. Awesome.
They do have jointed hands. I'm between like bitch face white hair and angsty face black hair. I'm with you.
Is that like black or purple? Is it supposed to be read black just to...
I think it's supposed to read as black, but it has a purple undertone to be in line with the aesthetics of like the antique-y thing you're doing.
Lovely. Would you refill my tea for me? Thank you, love. Best. Yeah, I'm talking more than I thought it would be in this game. I wasn't anticipating voice acting today.
Well, you are now. If you ever need to switch, we'll take it.
All right. Hey, everyone. Had a good night's sleep? Mom's right. I really am a carbon copy of Grandpa. He really loved books, and it was hobby to collect antique books. So the house always smelled of all kinds of books. This is relatable to a certain person, Thank you.
Especially as I am at the moment in the part of the house that features said bookcases.
Yeah, like floor to ceiling, like 360.
I would say there's like
180.
20 feet of it.
Yeah.
Oh, if you go around the whole walls.
I think that's more like 25 to 30 feet, but I may be misjudging.
Well,
I'm
not,
like
not feet of shelving, which is how you measure shelf, but like just sheer like side to side to side to side of bookcases.
Oh, okay.
Much more than that if you're just counting the actual footage of shelves.
So the house always smelled of all kinds of books. In my case, it was my hobby to collect dolls. Crobidoll is the company that produced these dolls. I call it the company that gives dolls souls. The first day I got to know about Crobidoll through the internet, I had this intense feeling. After that day, I started collecting the allowance my parents sent me. And finally, one day, as I desperately hoped for, I got my first doll. He died after I bought my first doll.
I thought you meant the doll died.
You know...
Because of the way it was framed, but nope.
Yeah.
No,
That's just the writing. Grandpa died after I bought my first doll. And that's when I devoted myself into collecting more of the dolls. Collecting dolls became more important to my life because I was left alone in this huge empty house. I ended up getting 4 more dolls, and now I have 5 in total. Once you pop.
Well, like, in a way, like, to just take a moment to think about, in a more critical mindset, like, what they're talking about here. This is a very, like, charming and quiet way of introducing how kind of doll collecting works, where you start with one, and sometimes you are emotionally invested in it, and then you start with one. And then you kind of lean into other ones, and they're clearly drawing a connection where she's using this collecting hobby as a coping mechanism for being lonely and alone.
I mean, there's that meme that they keep using with like Gundam models and things. So I just wanted one, but then he was there and then he was lonely. So I had to get one more. But then there was a set. So I had to finish the set.
God, what an energy though, needing to just finish the set. Like
Yeah.
in collecting, that's part of that, like the human need of completeness.
Oh yeah.
Gets ya. I want that. I do want the couch they're on. I wish I owned that couch.
I
On doll scale.
got a couch from this weird little expo nearby, and it is cool. Okay. They were quite expensive to buy for the average student, so I had to cut back on other expenses.
And this is also like exactly what you have to do. It becomes a budgeting matter.
Yeah,
Like, the game is aware of how this hobby functions.
I think dolls were the first thing that taught me how to budget. Like my dad always had me try to like plan out like trips and stuff, but not really with monetary caps. So oh, hey, we get to pick. I want the black hair.
All right, you're the one playing. Let's go. Oh, it's softer. He's not as upset as I thought his face was. 'Cause it was covered.
Oh, it reminds me of Orion,
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
the sad
I can
eyes.
see that. The sad eyes.
I see the tallest doll among the 5.
Oh, it's a tall one.
Oh,
Still
that
Ryan.
that has implications. The tall black-haired doll with a slender body and model-like feel is Yuri. Unlike the existing dolls in Crobidoll's adult line, he seems... What?
Sorry, it's the sudden way that they like rotated into. And by the way, Crobidoll.
Yeah.
It just got me the product placement.
I mean, it was there.
Crobidoll's
There
adult
was
line.
there was one mention of it before. Like these were made by them. Yeah. Unlike
He's
the
a Crobidoll collector.
yeah. I mean, I have my favorite brands. I've got all my favorite brands. Unlike the existing dolls in Crobidoll's adult line, he seems realistic and looks like a mature adult male. The number of visitors still explodes when I post pictures of you on the blog.
Ah, there is a computer somewhere.
It was Yuri who saved my blog from wasting away to rot. I received a lot of comments when I upload pictures of him. Whatever, I think I like that too. His broad shoulders and beautiful figure oozes sexiness.
This is the one you chose, Becca.
I have feelings about voice acting that line in a something.
Public forum?
Yeah.
If you ever want to switch, I can be the voice.
No,
if
no,
you need to
it's
switch.
okay. Let me just take some tea to like let that sink in for a second.
Are you reflecting upon your life choices at the moment?
Yeah, choices were made.
Continue to be made. We're gonna make so many choices together, Becca.
Yeah. It's as if he's telling us with his body. I am cool. I doubt more explanation is needed. Oh, okay. You want to do silver next?
Yeah, let's see what they're about.
That has, like, L vibes. I feel
Yes,
like...
it is L vibes. You're right. Maybe that's why I always liked L.
Hi, young master. Wait. What's young master in Japanese?
Every language has left my mind. I know Book-chan. Book-chan is being cheeky.
This doll, standing here, flaunting his long, shiny silver hair, is Lance, the first doll I ever bought.
Aw. But look at us. That means this is the one she bought before her grandfather died.
Yeah. Is this the,
It might be Bochan.
Bochan?
Book-chan.
Yeah.
Book-chan's being cheeky.
The first doll I ever bought. I don't, a little Moon vibes, too?
Look, you know how there's the one Moon owner who has the twins, and I'm like obsessed with them? I'm consistent.
Yeah. The white Sephiroth vibes with the Mako green eyes.
And that is the look I want for my one that I've never fully completed for my pair that I have, so.
Lance is the one doll that always stood by me when Grandpa was alive. Oh, so the doll.
The first one was pre-Grandpa dying, so this is
Okay,
this
so So then the rest came after. I was under the impression
Yeah.
that before... I'm used to, like, wait times. I thought she bought the doll, it hadn't come in yet, and then her grandpa died, and then the doll arrived.
No.
Okay, now I know I'm in a fantasy game.
I know that the pre-order period was so short.
Okay.
You good?
I'm good. I was just another bit of tea. Oh, that was short. That there's no mentions
We
of...
didn't have to wax poetically about the cool sexiness.
No, not on that one, surprisingly. I'm bemused.
Alright, let's go down the order. Let's do Blondie next.
Okay. Good morning. You're cute as usual. The doll with the tiny delicate face and bashfully gathered hands is Yonho, Crobidoll's prototype?
Oh.
His eyebrows are cute with the worried
I
look.
do like the face up on him.
Yeah.
He's got that, like, I'm a shonen uwu.
The day I met him, I was surfing the internet as usual after coming home. Okay, that confirms a computer in the house of some sort. But then I saw Nyanho being sold in an auction for a ridiculous price, and without hesitating, I clicked on the bidding button.
Ah, impulse.
Mistakes were made, but I like him. Later, when I opened the delivered box containing Yanho, I unconsciously screamed out of happiness. What kind of person was the owner selling such a pretty doll at such a cheap price? Yanho seems like he would never betray me, even if I love him unconditionally.
I feel like we're being warned. The narrative is like, wow, sure is weird he was being sold. By the way, I trust him with my life.
And that's probably the biggest reason why I bought him. Red hair.
I am deeply suspicious of this blonde doll.
Hello, warrior. Earth is safe today, all because of you. Oh.
Oh, that's cute, though. I like the playhead.
I mend the hair of a red-haired doll. Meeting Red was special. People were... Oh, is he a full set?
He's a... if this is the Red I think he is, I remember being obsessed with this one.
Nanda. I thought that was Elf Doll Red.
Oh, no, you're right. It was Elf Doll Red. Never mind.
I loved Elf Doll Red.
Everyone loved Elf Doll Red. We were all very obsessed with him.
Yeah. People were a bit surprised when Crobidoll announced the action hero type doll Red in their new release conference. Crobidoll has always been known for their charming and mature male dolls. Amongst all the worry, Crobidoll recruited testers for Red, and luckily I was selected.
Hey, girl, you got like this a really fancy collection.
Recruited testers? Okay.
We're going to pretend that's a thing.
I'm just like thinking like I could see if it's like repeat customers or things like that, and I'm just like, but
like a test cell, just like a small batch, not fully commit to making them, and like, hey, we have this like restricted sale if you want it to invite only, like, or like certain types of, like, you spent this much money in our store, like to like restrict the pool.
I guess that means 2 of these are kind of like prototypes.
Yeah, right? Like, wait, this girl's got, like, you know, you got like a basic Crobidoll, and then she's got like an ancient prototype, and now she has like a limited edition tester one. Like, what?
I feel like she has definitely got some FOMO issues.
Yes.
When my name was announced, I couldn't believe my ears. But unfortunately, after the conference, Red wasn't officially released. They only chose one tester to give this doll for free, and that was me. It's still a shame that they didn't release the doll afterwards. It would have been nice for him to have gained popularity and be officially released. But as a result, I was the only person in the world who owned Red. But I can't help but feel gloomy every time I look at him. He actually has more of the Orion eyes. Okay, now we're to the brown hair. Is that brown?
I also like this one. I like how this one feels like you do my taxes.
This, honestly, this art almost looks more like Tempest to me. Tanky desu ne. Look at the weather today. It makes me feel better just by looking. I feel like I'm looking at you. I raise the brunette's doll's hand and wave. There's a lot of backstory about how I was able to get Tay. When Crobidoll first released Tay, his popularity was beyond imagination. Beyond limited edition. Once again, the FOMO.
Right.
Being limited edition, along with having a dandy and handsome face, brought out an explosive response from the fans.
Oh, we've seen that before.
As a result, I failed to purchase it. I could only get him used because he was a limited edition, but I'm fine with it.
This is pretty... That's such a legit story.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times you'll have like an explosion. A lot of them are purchased, but in a few years, if people are a certain type of like quick... there's certain type of collecting where you get things new, but you put them back out again because you're looking for new things. Like, you rotate your collection a lot. And the popular ones always like come back around.
I feel like definitely like a doll collector was writing this script. They do try to like normalize it a little by like explaining the process and everything, but like everything kind of like very real to life. All right, so we stopped looking. Money was a bit tight from the expense, but I have zero regrets. Anyway, the new shoes should arrive today. To whom should I put them on first? I straighten myself and stretch. The 5 dolls watch in silence. Although they are lifeless dolls, it's become a habit to talk to them like this.
Not for long.
Darn, I'll be late. I have to get ready. The clock was heading towards 8. I picked up my uniform, sprawled on the floor, and was heading out the door when I suddenly halted. I hurried back to my room and said goodbye to the dolls. Watch the house, everyone. I'll be back. They said nothing in return, but I said bye as if they were real people. Made it. I was able to make it on time after catching the last bus. I was in ruins after surviving the crowded bus, but that was all that matters, is that I wasn't late.
Look at this girl's school. Look at this fancy-ass English-style school.
It says Croby on the...
Yes, it's Croby school.
Alright, I want to go to doll school, please.
Let's go to doll school.
I'm really going to wake up early starting from tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll die like this.
So if you are late, typically to schools in the type of style system that is being addressed here, they close the dates and lock you out.
Jeez. I pledge this every day, but I've never actually done it.
That's realistic. That's relatable. Look at these freaking desks! Hold on!
머리카락 손질 좀 해. 하긴 매일 아침 그렇게 다양한 방향으로 머리 안테나를 세우는 것도 재주긴 재주다 예.
Ugh.
So our unknown speaker goes, "Oh, did the UFO rise from the west today? Fix your hair." Although it really is a talent having your hair stick up like that in different directions every morning.
Yo, like, beauty standards in, like, Korea and things like that are harsh for women. It's not cool.
Well, everywhere at this age, anyway.
Yeah, but I mean just, like, extra. And it's okay for people to say, oh, you're too fat. Oh, you didn't put on makeup today. You should, like, your employers can be like, oh, you didn't put on your makeup today. You need to go in the back and put on your makeup. Like, that's, like, an accepted norm in some of these Asian countries. Huh? Oh. Hi, good morning. I sit on my desk, pressing my stuck-up hair back to my head. She approaches the seat next to me. The way she sweeps her shiny, voluptuous curls, or the way she drops her eyes reek of elegance. All you have to see is her fearless voice and confident moves to notice her self-assured personality.
너도 좋은 아침.
cute though. She cute though. I wonder if she's bullying in a like I'm being your friend way as opposed to like I'm being bitchy way that I've delivered.
Well, it's very possible because of the culture. It's like your friend would be like thinking that they're helping you, trying to say that you're not
sort yourself together.
You're not fulfilling the societal norm of being a pretty lady.
So the name is Soy. Soy? Soy. It's probably Soy. Good morning to you too.
그런데 밤마다 뭘 하길래 그렇게 매일 아슬아슬하게 지각을 면하는 거야? 너 혹시 나 몰래 남친이라도 만나냐?
What do you do every night that makes you barely come here on time? Do you have a secret boyfriend or something? Well, let me tell you, Soe. We're headed there.
Well, I do have doll boyfriends. Last night I was so absorbed with taking pictures of the dolls that I went to bed at dawn.
안녕.
Now a new voice comes in. Shinbi. Hey.
I hear another voice behind me. I turn around to see a girl with short, boyish hair. Ooh.
Oh, I like this one.
Wait, I want to date this one.
Is this secret route? Can we have a secret route?
I turn around to see a girl with short, boyish hair right behind my back. Girls in the class stirred as they saw her standing, slanted with her hands in her pockets.
Oh, everyone has a crush on her. Everyone. This is probably an all-girl school.
Hi, Shinbi. Soy, Shinbi, and I are called the trio in this class.
Then why is our name start with an S? We're breaking it. We're breaking the alliteration.
Well, it wasn't. It was eerie to start with. Soy and Shinbi were childhood friends since they were little, and I became friends with them after I entered this academy. I never thought I'd be friends with them at first because of their gorgeous and showy looks. Yeah, at first.
그래서 말인데, 넌 어떻게 생각해?
Soy says, so what do you think?
What? Sorry, I missed it. Say that again?
뭐야, 사람이 얘기하고 있는데. 너 또 그 멍 때리는 버릇 나온 거야?
Hey, I was talking here. Are you staring at nothing again?
됐어. 아무튼 이거 말이야, 이거. 네가 보기엔 어떤 디자인이 나은 것 같아?
Anyways, about this here. Which design looks better to you?
There's a magazine and it says hot. Oh, is that the same?
Oh, that's the boyish girl.
I think so. It could be.
Yeah, it should be.
Soy handed me a magazine. Top 5 cute dresses in trend for girls. The gorgeous model posing in a pretty dress looks familiar. The name of the model written in the bottom left page looks familiar too. Shinbi. Ever since Shinbi was street cast, she has often missed classes for modeling work.
That means she was walking on the street and like a designer, like just like a photographer was like, hey, you're really good. Do you want to model for me?
Soy tells me she has a lot of fans and is quite popular nowadays. But Shinbi herself doesn't seem to be into those things.
그나저나 신비야, 너 요새 잡지란 잡지에는 다 나오던데 힘들지 않아?
Anyway, Shinbi, you're everywhere on the magazines nowadays. Isn't it hard?
조금 그럭저럭 견딜만 해.
I like her voice actor too for Shinbi.
Yes.
It's a nice tone.
Yes.
A bit. It's okay though.
너도 참 고생이다. 그러니까 나처럼 그때 거절하지 그랬어.
Soy says, you have it tough. You should have said no like I did.
Soy was beside Shinbi when she was cast, and Soy was offered too, but refused right at the spot.
That's different than I would have expected. I'm intrigued by these side characters.
If you model, won't you be able to meet cute male models? I asked her why later on, and she replied like this.
아직 내공이 부족하구나 친구야. 모델은 아니야. 보기만 해서는 만족할 수 없다고.
Oh my god. Why so thirsty?
I mean...
She goes, tisk tisk, you have a long way to go, my friend. Modeling isn't it. I can't be satisfied with just looking.
내가 원하는 건 한 단계 높은 차원. 그래, 모델의 몸을 마음껏 만질 수 있는 디자이너 같은 게 더 좋지.
I want something on a higher level. Yes, I'd rather be a designer who can touch the models as much as she wants.
That's not okay.
Soy, please. Soy, please. Soy, please.
After that, I didn't listen carefully.
Wait, hold on. Our main character's like, yeah, she kept talking, but I stopped listening.
Yeah, just like that was that I'm her friend, so I'm going to ignore that she said that.
Yes. So, God, it's so bright. I was wondering why today was so quiet. I love them. I love these two.
She turned her head towards the flashlight. Countless phones were flashing through the windows in the hallway. It's a sight that has become a common due to Shinbi's rising popularity.
Of course, Shinbi.
Everyone seems to have waited for this moment.
지난주에는 신비가 수업 들으러 자주 나오지 못했으니 더 극성인 거지. 나도 지난주에는 매점에서 만나서 겨우 인사만 했어.
So he says, they're more desperate because Shinbi missed class a lot last week. Even I just barely said hi at the cafeteria last week.
I am here for the Jersey mall rat voice for her.
Is that what I'm doing? Is that what this is?
It's where it's evolving into, and I support this. This is what Soy needs.
This is what Soy needs.
넌 수업
I think it's Soy.
그날은 왜 온 거야?
And I feel like it fits with the way she uses her highs and lows.
Hey, why did you come to school that day if you weren't going to come to class?
Yeah, I feel that it fits with the bouncy up and down that she's doing in the Korean.
Shinbi says, to buy milk?
We see the first, like, deadpan look on the bottom left of the main character.
It's real good!
Soy also says, ellipses.
여기에서밖에 안 파는 게 있어.
That's you.
There's one that's only sold here. I think through tone I'm starting to be differentiatable.
Yeah. Yup.
Right.
아, 맞다. 매점 이야기가 나와서 말인데 나 아까 오전에 심장 떨어질 뻔한 일이 있었어.
Oh yeah, speaking of the cafeteria, I almost had a heart attack this morning.
Heart attack? Why?
아, 그게 말이야. 신비가 아침부터 딸기 우유가 마시고 싶다고 해서 둘이 매점에 가고 있었거든.
Okay, listen. We were headed to the cafeteria because Shinbi said she wanted strawberry milk. Oh gosh, a flashback.
아침부터 그걸 두 개나 마시고 싶냐?
Do you really want to drink 2 of those in the morning?
Do you want me to go in since it's probably just going to be these two?
No, I'll talk to myself. It's fine.
Okay.
Give you a break. In front of you. What?
앞에 있어.
In front of you.
앞에 뭐가 있다는?
What's that in front of?
You probably could have. I think she'd have got a good. I don't think that part needed translation.
Well, no, not just the scream. No,
No, probably not.
insert scream here.
아침부터 시끄럽군.
Who is this? New character.
New character.
It's morning and it's already it's noisy.
유진 선생님, 대체 그게 뭐예요?
This is a teacher. Mr. Yujin, what is that?
아까부터 깍깍 시끄럽다. 조용히 말해도 다 들려. 뭘 가지고 그렇게 호들갑이야?
You've been screaming and it's loud. I can still hear you without you yelling. What's the big fuss about? He's spooky as heck.
피요. 온몸이 삐뚤어지잖아요. 그리고 손에 든 거 뭐예요?
What the fuck?
설마 칼은 아니겠죠? 네.
Blood! Blood? Blood. You're covered in blood. And what's that in your hands? And is that a knife? Is it? Call 911.
God. After we get done with the scene, we'll probably have to take an intermission because if I laugh any harder, I'm gonna lose all the tea I had.
응? 아, 이거 말인가? 소란 필요 없어. 이건 말이지. 자,
What? Ah! He's like handing them something. Ew, get that away from me. Huh? It's, ketchup! Ketchup is not translated, it's just ketchup!
So, Jesse and I were walking into a place nearby for wings, and we saw this splatter of ketchup on the ground. And on the way in, I commented, I'm like, hopefully it's ketchup. On the way out, I said, and again, I said, hopefully ketchup. To which he responded, yeah, if it's blood, it's gonna be blood of somebody that, like, has so much ketchup that they bleed ketchup. And I said, so like Lindsay?
Glad I was within your thoughts.
Continuing the scene.
Ketchup.
케첩이다. 아침으로 햄버거를 먹으려고 했거든. 그런데 너무 커서 먹기 힘들어서 말이야.
With you. Yes, ketchup. I wanted a burger for breakfast, but it was too big to eat, so I cut it with a surgical knife. Some got on my clothes.
Ellipses from soy. Ellipses from Shimby.
왜 그러고 서 있지? 아하, 너희도 먹고 싶어서 그런가? 좋아,
Why are you
나는
guys standing like
나를
that?
따라 양호실로
Oh.
오도록 해.
Do you guys want some? Okay, I'll share.
나를 따라 양호실로 오도록 해. 그러고 보니 신비, 모처럼 이거 아니 너의 비골에 대해 진지하게 얘기도 나누고 싶고.
What is Follow me to the infirmary. Oh, and Shimby, since you're coming anyways, I would love to have a serious chat about your fibula. Why?
Wait.
So just full of confusion.
There's a name for a question mark exclamation. Something bang.
Terabang.
Soy and
Terabang is when they're combined. There's like a combined version.
soy and terabangs.
어머, 나 다이어트 하고 있었지. 그럼 저는 가볼게요. 선생님, 아디유.
Oh, that reminds me, I was on a diet. We'll be off then. Adieu, Mr. Eugen.
잠깐.
Oh my god,
Wait.
extreme close-up and glasses shine has occurred.
He's holding a knife, by the way.
진짜로 심장이 떨어질 뻔했다니까. 왜 아침부터 햄버거를 먹다 그 난리를 치냐 이거야. 그리고
Henna.
He's had a heart attack. Why did he have to eat a burger in the morning?
Soy punched the table.
대체 왜
I love her.
수술용 나이프를 쓰냐고.
She's feisty.
대체 비품 관리를 어떻게 하는 거야?
I love how offended she is. Why in the world did he use a surgical knife to cut food? How do they take care of the equipment here? I mean, why is there a surgical knife in the first place? We don't even learn anatomy.
Is this surgical knife for personal use?
Hmm.
처음 얼굴만 보고 설레다
Ah.
미쳤었지.
Oh no. What?
Teacher crushes do not do it for me.
Oh no. Really? I was crazy to have a crush on him just for his looks.
Weren't cute looks all that mattered?
무슨 소리야? 잘생긴 외모는 사랑을 시작하기 위한 조건일 뿐이야. 진정한
What are you
사랑은
talking about? Good looks aren't just necessary for starting love. What comes next is more important for true love. I feel like they're telling us the theme of the game.
기본적으로 통과해야 할 관문이라고. 두 번째 관문은 정상인일 것. 양호 선생의 경우엔 탈락이야.
Okay, I like the writing for this game. Listen carefully. Appearance is simply the first gate guys have to pass. The second gate is being normal. Mr. Eugen failed to pass the second one.
I nod. I agree, he's not normal.
그리고 세 번째 관문이 뭔지 알아?
Do you know what the third gate is?
Package size? What is it?
바로 매너야, 매너. 하지만 네 번째 관문을 통과하지 못하면 이 모든 게 소용없는 법. 네 번째
It's
관문은
manners. Manners? Oh, but if they don't pass the fourth gate, all of those are useless. The fourth one is.
Soy's glasses glimmered.
바로
eyes?
능력이지. 하지만 이건 역시 다섯째 관문을 통과하지 못하면
How many gates are there?
간장을 뿌려대는 것과
Apparently
마찬가지야.
5.
Oh, there's more, I'm sure. Capability, but again, if they can't pass the fifth gate, it's just like spraying soy sauce onto a beautifully cooked steak. The fifth gate is, hey, are you listening to me?
I just hope that someone manages to get past all those gates before she becomes a wrinkly grandmother.
그러고 보니
Now that I think about it.
Yeah?
양호 선생이 너 찾고 있던 것 같은데.
The school nurse was looking for you?
What?
아, 맞다. 그러고 보니 너 오면 양호실에 들르라고 했었다.
Oh, right. He said you stopped by the infirmary.
What? Thanks for telling me so quickly.
그럴 수도 있지 뭐. 보건이연 잘 다녀오시게. 건투를 비네.
No biggie. Miss Health Commissioner, have a safe trip. I wish you good luck.
Alright. Thank you. I stood up weakly. Alright. I feel like this is a good place to quick save.
Yes, we're about to...
Take a break on our
Break.
1 hour mark.
Yeah, pretty good. We have met all the dolls. We have met her best friends, who I genuinely adore. And we've met her weird teacher with a surgical knife.
And I seem to have started my first, maybe second, debut online as a voice actor.
You're doing genuinely a very nice job. I am enjoying your delivery quite a bit.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to breathe some life into the confused Becca, the confused fictional Becca that is this doll collector.
Yes, I am genuinely very intrigued to see where it goes from here, because so far the dialogue has been pretty punchy. Like, the friends talking to each other, I love them. I love them, because there's unexpected things about them that, like, on first blush, you're like, oh, this is the trope they are, but now they're playing with it a little. So the writing's kind of fun.
It is fun. Okay.
All right.
Quick little 5-minute break. And
Then we'll be back
yes.
for more shenanigans. We're going to go to the nurse. It might be the scary guy. I think he might be the nurse. We're going to find out.
And which will be funny, very fun voice acting back and forth
Yes.
through that. So. I am back. We're unmuted.
Are we? My goodness.
I have more tea. I got rid of tea, and I brought Orion over because he feels like the pretty boy that should be here during this game. All right, you ready? We resume.
We resume. It's time for us to go visit the nurse and potentially have something spooky happen.
As I walked around in my thoughts, I quickly arrived in front of the infirmary. I should listen to Soy and stop staring at nothing. That's very relatable for me. I tapped both my cheeks with my hands. You looked for...
Hold on.
베아트리치.
This skeleton in the background
이
has a bow tie on.
청취의 잣대를 보라지. 베아트리치.
Oh no.
어째서 넌 이렇게 매혹적인 걸까?
I'm committed to this man, aren't I? Alright.
Unless
Mr.
you...
Eugen's back. He is the nurse, as expected. He has a skeleton in his arms. Because he just does. Oh, Beatrice. Look at that beautiful fourth lumbar vertebrae. Oh, Beatrice, how can you be this enchanting? There cannot be another woman more beautiful than you.
You know, it wasn't uncommon longer ago for teaching skeletons to actually be human skeletons.
This man has an obsession. Are we
There's...
going to draw a metaphor between, like, the dolls and the skeleton and the
I don't know.
obsession?
But there's a poster in the back with a skeleton that's obviously just like a edited version of the skeleton in his arms. It says the beautiful skeleton
Autumn?
project. It says the beautiful skeleton project.
Oh.
There's an X-ray posted on the wall of a pelvis. Question mark?
It looks like it might be a calendar.
Oh gosh. All right, here we go. Ellipses. The handsome guy was embracing a skeleton model and ardently confessing his love in the morning. He's so good looking. What a shame. There are more than a few people who are blessed with good looks, but miserably fail at using them. Would others think like this of me playing with dolls? Let's make sure no one knows. My belief that some hobbies should remain a secret was not wrong. Mr. Eugen, I heard you asked for me. Glasses Sheen has initiated. He looked at me with bitter eyes for interrupting their private quality time. He looked dandy as always. Just the looks.
아, 학생이군. 부른 지 한참 된 것 같은데 이제야 온 건가?
Oh, a student. I asked for you some time ago and now here you are.
He had me run errands that often, but it still doesn't know my name.
Oh, is that why she was being teased by her friend by being called health commissioner? Because she helps out at the infirmary all the time.
He doesn't know the name of most kids. Oh, but he did seem to remember Soy and Shimby's names. Probably because they're pretty. Of course, his idea of beauty is a bit different from those of others. Oh, sorry, I forgot.
뭐 좋아. 저기 있는 녀석을 준비실로 옮기도록.
We're alright. Move that guy to the prep room.
He pointed at the upper body anatomy model he frequently used during classes.
I thought they didn't learn anatomy. So I said they don't learn anatomy. But he has an anatomy model. For class.
Question mark?
Question mark.
His name, I think, was Christopher? I guess referring to the model. Whenever I ran errands, he often told me all kinds of stories. One of them was about Christopher. Christopher is apparently Beatrice's half-brother. Mr. Eugen is honestly annoyed with him, but he takes care of him because Beatrice adores him. Such a tear-jerking story. So, I don't think I can carry this alone. Although the model was just the upper body, it was too heavy for a girl to carry alone. Ugh. And a sound of dropping it ensues. I picked up the model in quite an unattractive pose. He didn't give me a single glance despite me struggling to pick it up. Well, Mr. Yumjim, I'll be heading out.
아, 베아트리치.
Oh no.
넌 어찌 이렇게 아름다운 견갑골을 가지고 있는 거지?
See, Becca, aren't you glad that you're just the protagonist?
Yeah,
I have to say these things.
I mean, you could just summarize.
Nah, it's fine. Oh, Beatrice, how can you have such beautiful shoulder blades? How can you seduce me like this? I already adore every single particle of your...
I should close the door when I head out.
So I'm interested in how they're setting up this comparison where, like, she acknowledges that she has, like, this hobby that she's deeply in, that she does try to handle. Like, they made it clear, like, she's trying to be responsible about it because while they cost a lot of money, she's, like, budgeting it out and, like, sacrificing things, but in a reasonable seeming way.
Yeah.
And then we have, and she talks to them. Like, we've seen her talk to them and kind of treat them in that way. And now we've set her up that way, and now we've met this guy. And they're sort of, like, moving the goalpost of what the player or another person might consider weird by being like, look, she does have this interaction with her non-living human-shaped things, but then there's this guy. And they're, like, making a comparison, I feel.
Also,
Like, they're too similar in, like, their actions, but it comes across completely differently because of, like, their context.
there is, like... There's also only one doll that she actually overtly sexualized.
Mm.
Only one. The rest of them she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly enough.
Yeah, and that, but we know this is an Otome game, so the dolls will become real, but then how real are they? I'm curious to see, like, what they're doing with this Eugen character, like, what his role in the narrative is going to be, considering what he's doing.
Yeah. Some kids who were passing by heard his voice through the open door and started whispering. Some argued that it didn't matter because he looks cute. If I'm not going to ruin my life with just one choice, I would quit thinking that. Someone else said he's too creepy and asked if he's not crazy. I agree. Heavy. Christopher, this model was indeed too heavy for a girl to carry. And the only reason why I can manage to carry it is because my trained arm muscles are used to carrying 2-kilogram dolls every day. So many boys pass by, but no one even looks. No one notices me because I'm too ordinary anyways.
I think they're ignoring you because you're carrying an anatomy model, and that's weird.
Things would be different for Soy and Shindy. Soy would have shoved the boys around like a queen, and for Shindy, girls would have volunteered to help. I smirked at imagining all of that. I don't really feel bitter, though. I agree, too, that their looks attract people. Oh no, recess will be over soon. I should hurry up. I'm here, guys, I'm back. Tadaima. I'm tired. I throw myself into the sofa without even taking my uniform off. Oh, hi, J. Louisa. Welcome to my voice acting debut.
Hello. So, just so you know, since you've just swung in, our girl here, whose name Becca was actually Arab, is Becca right now, collects dolls, partially a coping mechanism from when her grandfather passed. She lives alone in her house because her parents work abroad, but she wanted to finish out school in Korea, and they're kind of setting her up as, like, a somewhat insecure, lonely person. And we went to school with her and met her really great two friends. Great by, like, I think they're super interesting. I don't know if they're actually good friends for her. And then we met this, like, wild nurse guy who is, like, weirdly, deeply obsessed with skeletons. It's fine. And now we're home again.
I throw myself into the sofa without even taking my uniform off. As I bury myself in the comfy sofa, it felt as if all of my sore muscles were screaming. God, my shoulders. Tomorrow, I'm definitely not going, even if Mr. Eugen asks for me. All I do is suffer. Also, J. Louisa, if you have any tips on audio balance, let us know. I turned around on the sofa. So I'm guessing step 1 was face into pillows. Step 2, rotate around, barrel rolling, so ceiling is in views. As usual, I stared blankly at the ceiling. There's so much to do, but I don't even want to move a finger. I have to take out the trash and wash my uniform, but I don't want to move it all. Overworked myself today. I ran in the morning so I wouldn't be late, carried around a heavy model, and I even survived the hellish cafeteria during lunch. I just want to rest and sleep like this. But the list of chores keeps swimming into my head, so I couldn't just stay still. I can't just lie down like this. Let's finish cleaning quickly and then lie down. I gathered my sluggish strength and stood up. This house Grandpa left me was too big to live by myself. There's your bookshelves.
Oh, there we are. It's me. I like the deer statue. And there's like this collection of like feather pens to the corner.
Can we talk about the antique 3D puff wallpaper as well?
Oh, yes. That's very cute.
Also, I love lamp. Also, these pens, these quill pens are very cool.
Yes, I am very much enjoying the quill pens. What a fancy house.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's huge. Their family has so much money.
Let's see. Sorry, just finishing a text.
Mm-hmm.
An educator and a book lover, Grandpa had many books. He moved to a larger and larger houses to keep all those books and eventually settled into this mansion. Mansion? Unless it's like the Japanese word of mansion,
Mansion? No, I think it's mansion.
When Grandma was alive, they often fought over those books. Even I never saw all the books in the house, and there was rooms I couldn't even enter because of them. Hoarding things.
A collector, you say?
Thanks to them, cleaning was always difficult. But
Alright, which of the dolls do you think is a cleaning fiend? Which one is the one that like puts on the maid outfit? Not maid outfit, like puts on an apron and starts cleaning because they can't handle it?
The boyish one, maybe?
The boyish one, like the red one with the red hair?
No. Bottom left boyish, like the young face.
The prototype.
Yeah, prototype number 1. Technically, they're both prototypes.
That's true.
But I have no intention of throwing them away. Even if Grandpa passed away, since his memories are in those books, they're precious to me as well. Shall we start with the living room? I took off my uniform and got the vacuum cleaner. Was someone expected? Who is it?
택배입니다.
Delivery.
Delivery? Oh, I was expecting something.
Oh, it's her shoes.
Thank you. As soon as I got the package, I headed to my room. Because I have ADD and I cannot finish the task I was doing.
Well, she's very excited also.
Also true. But this is relatable. I got distracted with my task from another task that I got distracted.
And then I got distracted by the task
Yeah. Yay! I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Oh.
Those look like actual pictures of
I was
shoes
about
from
to
the
say,
website.
I think those are paintovers of real pictures.
I don't even think those are paintovers. I think that's just
picture.
I think that's just a picture.
Ah.
More tea. Mm. In the box was a splendid handmade suit and a pair of black boots. They were no bigger than my hands, but were as intricate as those of humans. Well, I can always clean later. Doll fans have different priorities than normal people.
You know, I can't argue with that statement.
Yeah. If you buy something new, you naturally have to set everything else aside and try it on the doll and take pictures as soon as it arrives. I lay down the dolls from the shelf and try this and that on them. Pretty as expected. The wait was worth it. The room quickly turned into a mess as while I dressed the dolls into pretty clothes. No comment.
Cough, 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 cough. Look, there's a lot of them, you have to lay them out, and sometimes you have to, like, pull things out because you store them on top of each other. Okay?
Right, and if I change one doll's clothes, I have to change the other doll's clothes, otherwise they'll get jealous, and I don't want to pay attention to one doll more than the other doll.
Sometimes you want to move everything around, and sometimes we switch shoes, and who gets to wear the pair of shoes.
Right, because if I switch this pair of shoes onto that doll, then the other doll needs a pair of shoes that'll match, so then I have to figure out where that pair of shoes is coming from, so then yeah.
Yeah, no, this is relatable.
Let me quick save here. I long forgot that I had been cleaning just a while ago. I drowned in my own thoughts as I looked around the room full of doll props. Other people would find it strange that I play with dolls even though I'm not a child. She's a child.
She is a child.
She's a child.
Anyways. Understood concern.
Yeah. If they seen a grown-up student still collecting dolls, they'll think she's juvenile.
I felt you fighting our routine collecting dolls like tone you use for that every time.
Yeah, let me try that. If they see a grown-up student still collecting dolls, they'll think she's juvenile. Grown-up student.
Mm.
And if they find out the dolls are quite expensive, they'll think it's even more bizarre.
Which is like, this is a pretty relatable fear socially in
Yeah.
the hobby.
But I don't think I'm weird. So I have no desire to be understood by others. Sometimes it gets uncomfortable and lonely, but I don't have much problem with making excuses like now. But if there's one thing that bothers me, it's not being able to tell my friends. So
They were awfully thrown by Skeleton Man, but who wouldn't be?
Yeah, I mean, dude definitely has some skeletons in his closet.
Oh, we're gonna find out how many.
Oh.
Otome games get weird. We've already met a very weird man. It's just gonna happen.
I would say that the dude needs to come out of the closet, but I think he just stays there with the skeletons.
I think he's happy there, frankly.
Yeah.
He's happier there.
He just stays there. Soy and Shinbi would never guess this side of me. I thought of the friends who are always by my side. I put the dolls on the shelf and plopped down on the bed. Hey guys, if I tell Soy and Shinbi the truth, what would they say? The dolls look silently at me. Well, I've gotten this far anyways. All I have to do is keep up like this. I stretch as far as I can on purpose to shake off all the worries. After stretching my muscles, I suddenly feel the fatigue flood over me. I have to finish cleaning. Fade to black.
She's trying to be responsible. She cares about being responsible.
But package came today.
But overall, for like a kid who's living on her own, which is like a huge deal, she's doing okay.
I don't think she had dinner.
Does she have dinner?
I don't think so.
Oh, Becca. I say not you, the other one.
I mean, perhaps we're synonymous at the moment. It's too loud. I unconsciously groped for the alarm clock by the bed. It's 5 a.m. It was long before the alarm rang. I must have fell asleep. I slowly get up from bed. I must have really overworked my body yesterday. My shoulder still hurts. I felt stiffer than usual for waking up early. So noisy in the morning. Should I sleep more? Anyways, is there construction going on around the house? Why is it so noisy today?
I bet
What?
there's people downstairs.
Wait, the sound. Is it coming from the kitchen?
아, 배고파. 굶어 죽기 일보 직전이라고. 이러다가 세상을 구하기도 전에 나부터 죽겠다.
Oh, it's Red.
너도 배고프지?
It's Red.
그렇지.
Oh god, what's voice for Red? What's Red's voice? He's a punk. He sounds like a punk.
He's so punk.
Ah, so hungry. I'm about to starve and die. I'm going to die before I can save the world. You're hungry too, aren't you?
Yeah, very like Yosuke vibe.
I need some Yosuke energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
아, 네. 저도 조금요.
Oh, let's play guesses. Okay, that was Red. Who is this?
That's bottom left boy.
Left boy, like the little cutie.
Prototype.
Yes, a little.
야, 우리 그냥 시켜 먹으면 안 되냐? 돈은 내가 그 녀석 지갑에서 가져올게. 아까 TV 보니까 엄청 맛있어 보이는 게 나오던데.
Oh, who's this?
그게 뭐라더라?
I think that's Red again.
사장.
Oh.
Is it not
Oh,
Red?
hey, can't we just get something delivered? I was expecting them to like each say something. I'll get the cash from that fellow's wallet. I saw something that looked really good on TV before. I think it was called Jajang.
조용히 좀 하십시오. 예의 없다는 것을 그렇게 티내고 싶습니까? 지갑이 가져오겠다는
I think this is silver-haired guy.
I think it's Silver.
없군요.
It's either Silver or it's the brown-haired one. Could you please be quiet? Do you want to show off how rude you are? Taking the wallet. You are no different from a thief.
뭐 임마? 도둑이라니? 지금 정의 요사하고 도둑이라고 했냐?
Oh no, I really like them.
I like Red.
What a punk? A thief? Did you just call the Justice Warrior a thief?
Jay Louisa, I haven't memorized the names yet, and it takes me so long to remember names. I'm gonna have to like take notes on names.
저기요. 너무 크게 떠들면 마스터가
This is the little kid one. This is the prototype one who's like nervous.
Yeah.
Look, if you talk too loud, Master will.
이 녀석이 지금 날 도둑으로 몰잖아. 야,
Oh,
잘
no.
들어. 난
He's
어디까지
loud and
오늘
stupid. I love him.
훔쳐온다고는 안 했어.
I'm here for this.
He's calling me a thief. Hey, you listen. I only said I'll take the money, not steal it. He said, oh no.
Nanda?
It's the same. I'm losing it.
No, they're not. Chigai. Not different. Chigai listen.
Chigai na. What are you doing?
그게 그거지 뭐가 다릅니까?
Thank you. Thank you, Silver.
This is, you know what? I think this is the model guy. The really sexy one.
So
Maybe the sexy one. The brown-haired one is the one that looks like he'll do taxes. He feels like he'd be strict. They are the same. What is the difference?
Onaji desu. Chigaimasu.
Anaji.
다르지. 애초에 그 녀석은 말이야. 우리한테 뭘 사주는 걸
Oh, I
좋아했다고.
love how the dialogue implies, even if you don't figure it out by now, it implies, like, if you had a thought, you're like, oh, they are different from the start. She says she likes to buy us things. I'm just doing what she wants.
사람들 목소리가 너무 커요. 이러다가 마스터가 깨겠어요.
Or maybe this is the dark-haired one who's like, look, guys, please. Shh. You both are talking too loud. Master is going to wake up. She already looked tired last night. Oh, what a sweetie pie.
그래. 너희들 다 귓가에서 소리 지르지 좀 마. 난 저혈압이라고.
Oh no, this is the brown-haired one. The other one was the black-haired one. Maybe. Oh wait, no, this is the black-haired one because he's the model. He's talking about stuff. Anyway.
Low blood pressure.
Yeah. Both of you stop screaming in my ears. I have low blood pressure and I don't want delivery food. My skin is sensitive and I have to watch what I eat. That's like a model thing to say. So Tay, a home meal for me, please.
어째 자연스럽게 내가 요리를 하는 게 되어버린
Oh my god, he's the home cook guy!
좋아.
Ah.
그녀 앞에서 투정 부리는 모습은 자제하지 그래. 안 그래도
It seems I have naturally become the cook. Well, okay. But first, talk after you've peeled off that facial mask. She already looks surprised.
Yeah, can wait. I'm getting good vibes from Tay for me because I'm already in love with somebody that cooks. So like that is
Root
something.
switching already? Already root switching?
Perhaps, I mean, there's something hard coded into my
others.
brain that like my love is with the person that cooks for me.
What about the idiot who doesn't think it's stealing?
I mean.
And like I do like the like guys. Whoever's doing that is great.
It's gotta be
Tay's
one
right
of the younger face ones.
Yeah.
A man in an apron called Tay raises the ladle and points at me.
저기 보고 있잖아.
She turned paler after seeing your face with that facial mask, Yuri. Oh. Oh my god! Look at that! Lance and Yuri and Yonhun and Red and Yuri. Question mark, and Terabang?
And Terabang! All eyes turned on me at once.
Was I right, or was I right? There was going to be one of them in an apron being a homemaker kind of guy.
You were right, and I picked the wrong one.
Called it.
Picked the wrong one.
I still like the silver-haired one. I'm still with Mr. Bitchface.
Yeah. So, what is happening right now? The man in the apron and bandana holding a ladle looks like Tay. The frowning man sitting at the table with his finger on his forehead is a carbon copy of Lance. The young man scratching the back of his head with an apologetic face has the same hair color as Red. Yeah, the heart-shaped apron is great.
Mm-hmm.
The one calmly sitting at the table with his two hands gathered on his knees is Yonho's eyes.
Yonho.
The tall one smoothing out the facial mask on his face. Is it really Yuri? Wait, but isn't that hairband mine?
아, 마스터. 죄송해요. 저희가
Oh, he's the
조금
one who's being a
시끄러웠죠?
little frantic.
Yeah. He
Yonho.
has baby face voice.
Master, I apologize. We were a bit noisy just now, weren't we?
The kid who looked like Yonho and I made eye contact? What? Master?
아, 그래. 레드워 란스는 반성해. 아직 밥이 되려면 조금 더 걸릴 텐데.
I really like the voice acting. It's good.
일어났으니
It is good.
일단 여기 앉아 있을래?
He's right. Red and Lance, be sorry. It's going to take a while to cook the food. Won't you sit here since you've woken up?
내가 뭘 어쨌다고 그래. 먼저 시비를 걸어온 건 저 녀석이었다고. 아침에 저 녀석 깨우는 것도 못하게 하더만. 아주 사사건건 시비야 시비가.
What did I do? He's the one who started the fight. He won't even let me wake that fellow up. Bugging me for every single little thing.
그건 당신이 침대에 그대로 뛰어들려고 했으니까. 됐습니다. 남에게 피해를 줘놓고선 착각이었군요.
So Lance's OG doll.
어쨌거나 저희가 깨웠다면
I love him. This is my root one. This is the one I would go first. That is because you were about to jump into the bed. Never mind. You have no sense of your own wrongdoings. I apologize if we woke you up. Says Lance.
The one who looks like Lance slightly bowed his head to me.
마침 잘 됐군. 안 그래도 물어볼 것이 있었는데. 이 집에 음이온이 나오는 헤어드라이기는 없는 거야?
Yuri's a fucking
I can't.
picky ass.
No, I can't. No, not.
You take it back? Do you take it back?
I take it back.
Just in time, I was about to ask something. Is there an
I am.
hairdryer in this house? You are, after all, a girl. You should have something similar. Well, your hair is kind of cute, all soft and fuzzy, like a squirrel.
I think I'm dreaming a lot lately. Am I getting weak? I pinch my cheek with my eyes still on the boys in front of me. It hurts. I pinch the other side too. It hurts twice as much.
아침부터 자학하는 건 거기까지만 해.
Okay, Tay.
정신 차리고 얼른
I feel like your heart is set. Taya goes, that's enough self-mutilation for the morning. You'll be late if you don't get yourself together and start getting ready. Oh, he's like, he's to take care of your boyfriend.
내 옆자리 비었어. 같이 먹자.
Oh no, you're gonna get a choice, Becca. We're leading up to a choice. Yo, you listening to me? Come here. There's an empty seat next to me. Let's eat together. You can always eat crappy food or nothing at all. That won't. You always eat crappy food or nothing at all. That won't do. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You can't fight for justice without it. That's very cute though, because it's based in him being worried about her.
그래요, 마스터. 집에 와도 빵으로 때우기 일쑤고. 마스터는 가뜩이나 허약한데 먹는 것도
being so worried about her.
정말 항상 걱정이었어요.
Also, just you're
Yes,
gonna read.
Master. You always end up eating toast. You are already so weak. I've always worried about your eating habits.
So I am very much schoolgirl running out the door with a piece of toast in my mouth. All right.
자, 어린 양들의 걱정이 이만저만이 아니니 얼른 와서 앉아.
Oh my god.
내 무릎 위에 앉을래?
Now, the baby cubs are worried sick, so sit down! Or do you want to sit in my lap?
The tall man drags me towards the table.
그 멍한 표정은 뭡니까? 그런데 식탁에 앉을 거라면 적어도 옷 정도는 갈아입는 것이 어떨까요?
What is that blank look? But, how about getting changed first if you're going to sit at the table?
The silver-haired boy who looks exactly like Lance spoke to me. What?
식탁 예절이란 게 있지 않습니까? 아무리 집이라도 어느 정도 예의는 갖춰 주시면 좋겠는데요. 괴상한 옷을 입고 있는 건 저기 있는 텅 빈 빨간 머리로 족합니다.
Are there not table manners? I wish you would care about your manners, even if it's still home. It's enough with that redhead over there, with his hideous clothes.
임마. 내 옷이 왜?
What'd you say about my clothes?
정말로 몰라서 묻습니까?
I love their
그렇다면
rivalry.
사과드리죠. 제가 당신을 과대평가했군요.
Are you being serious? Then I apologize. I have overestimated you. I at least assumed you possessed a thinking, albeit empty, head.
이건 내가 정의의 용사임을 나타내는 증거야. 그리고 내 머리는 잘 붙어 있는데 무슨
This proves that I'm a warrior of justice, and I do have a head. What are you saying?
잠깐만요, 레드. 아무리 흥분했어도 식탁을 엎지는 마세요.
Now, wait, Red. Don't flip over the table just because you're mad.
다들 배가 고프니까 성질이 급해지는군. 자, 여러분 식사 나왔습니다.
Everyone's getting grouchy because they're hungry. Now, everyone, here's your meal.
Hungrumpy.
Hangry.
의외로 꽤 괜찮은 디스플레이잖아, 테니. 센스가 좋아. 마음에 들어.
Oh, the plating is actually really fantastic, Tay. You have a good eye. I like it.
고마워, 유리. 너한테 센스를 칭찬받으니 우쭐해지는 걸. 자, 많이 만들었으니까 어서들 먹어.
Thanks, Yuri. I feel good hearing that coming from you. Now, I've made plenty, so everyone eat up.
And the first thing I can think of is, can I afford to feed 6 people with the amount of money that she's getting to uphold this household?
That's a great question. Also, all the rest of it. Like, where are their clothes? They only have one set of clothes right now. They're already using her things. Like, he's using her hairband to hold back his hair a minute ago.
Yeah. Well,
At least she has, like, a giant house to put them all in.
Yeah.
마스터, 여기 앉으세요.
Master, sit here.
Huh? Okay.
Smile.
Jean.
Ding.
Why are you smiling?
이렇게 나란히 앉아서 마스터 아침을 먹게
Oh,
되다니
no,
정말
he's
같아서요.
sweet. It's like a dream come true sitting here together and eating breakfast with you.
The kid cute kid resembling Yanho handed me a spoon. And he wrapped his small, soft hands around mine.
항상 날 쓰다듬어주던 이 손을 이렇게 쥘 수 있다니. 마스터, 이게 꿈은 아니겠죠?
Being able to hold these hands that have always caressed me. Master, this can't be a dream, can it?
Oh boy. And his clear and bright eyes were pure happiness. This kid, he's so lovely. I unconsciously hold up my hand and stroke his head. His soft hair twining around my hand felt good. This really isn't a dream. Yeah, it really isn't a dream. What? This isn't a dream? Triple exclamation marks now. I suddenly stood up. Yanho shrunk back in fear, and my chair fell down with a bang.
어쩐지 침착하다 싶었는데 역시 이렇게 되는구나.
I thought you were too calm. Here we go.
You guys, what the hell? Who are you?
너 알고 있는 거 아니었어?
Huh? I thought you already knew.
좋아. 그럼 지금부터 내 소개를 하지. 잘 들어. 난 지구를 지키는 정의의 용사. 그 이름도 찬란한 레드야. 이 무리에서 대장을 맡고 있지.
Okay, I'll introduce myself. Listen, alright? I am the defender of the earth fighting for justice. The sacred name is Red. I'm Red, and I'm the captain of this group.
Red? Those clothes and the name Red? My doll? Red?
맞아.
Yes, you are correct.
So you're saying you're that doll?
그렇다니까.
Yes, that's what I said.
No way. Shut up.
왜 말도 안 돼? 맞다니까. 왜 안
He's got
믿어주는
such
거야?
His voice actor has a really good whine.
It does.
Why not? I'm telling the truth. Why don't you believe me?
But a doll moving, coming to life, how am I supposed to believe that?
저 녀석이 우리의 대장이란 말엔 동의할 수 없지만 우리가 당신의 인형인 것은 맞습니다. 그러니까 진정하세요.
I cannot agree that that guy over there is our leader, but we are your dolls. So please calm down.
그래, 놀란 마음은 이해가 되지만 진정해. 옆에서 연호가 울기 일보 직전이라고.
Yeah, I understand you're surprised, but get yourself together. Yanho over here is about to cry.
I made a boy cry. The boy still cowered and the boy still cowered and stiff, was about to break into tears. He looked at me with his wet eyes and spoke to me.
저는
He's sensitive.
네가 사람이 되면 마스터도 기뻐하실 거라 생각했는데 아니었어.
Was this his idea?
I thought Master would be happy if we came to life. I was wrong.
Cry. Wait, that's not it.
마이 허니, 난 마이 허니의 모든
Oh my
걸
God.
사랑하지만 어린아이를 울리는 건 받아주기가 힘든 걸.
Yuri's like forward and overbearing, but kind of in a nice way.
Yeah.
My honey, now I love everything about you, my dear. But making kids cry isn't really acceptable. So I think you should comfort Yanho now.
What? What?
연호도 그만 뚝 하고.
Stop crying now, Yanho.
지금 머릿속이 복잡한 건 알겠는데 일단 식사 먼저 하는 게 어때? 모처럼 만든 아침이 식어가고 있잖아.
I know you're a bit confused right now, but why don't we eat first? Breakfast is getting cold.
I see steaming hot soup and glossy rice on the table. Asian breakfast. Ever since Grandpa died, I haven't seen such a well-prepared breakfast table. Living by myself afterwards, I just couldn't be bothered to eat breakfast. Ever since living by myself, I rarely ate rice, and I just bought bento boxes or bread from convenience stores. So I'm also not used to eating breakfast with this many people. Yeah, a lot of people, and what's more, a lot of boys. Wait. Interrobang! I suddenly stood up again! And slowly check how I look. Even if I ignore the messy hair and disheveled from sleep, my clothes were disastrous. My pajamas were a ridiculously juvenile bear print dress I had bought on the street 5 years ago. There were even holes here and there. And inside the pajamas, braless. Aspiring to be a free stole, I always took off my underwear at home and enjoyed living by myself. Do I actually look like this in front of these 5?
Like that they're being real about it.
No way!
I love this fear of like, I'm used to living by myself. Why would I wear a bra if no one's around? I'm not wearing a bra, but people are around. Like, that is such a realistic series of thoughts to have.
Very. As she runs, presumably upstairs, I heard foot pounding.
오늘은 아침부터 정말 활기차다.
What a lively morning.
Quick save?
Yes.
Okay, I think we have enough time for like one more scene.
Yeah. We'll talk about this before we close up a little later, but so far I am genuinely really enjoying this.
It's pretty fabulous. After panicking for a while, I quickly went back to my room to change into better clothes and came back to the living room.
그리고 나서 이렇게 사람의 모습이 돼 있었어.
And then I came to life.
After I came back, Red explained to me what had happened. So what are you guys trying to say? That you were on the shelf until yesterday, but woke up to find yourself a human being?
Yes.
How?
그러니까 지금 말했잖아. 갑자기 뭔가가 탁 튀어나왔거든. 그랬더니 이렇게 팍 타고.
In the Korean, it's not reflected in the English translation, but he's just making sound effects about it. It's like ba, and then there's ba, like that's how he's talking.
I think the English translation could have been more like beat for beat a little, but it's not
in
bad.
The English translation.
Yeah.
I would have loved a little bit more, like just him making random noises.
I love that it exists in English though, so yay.
Yes. Yes, this also. I've just told you something just popped up and whisked like this.
I had no idea what he was saying.
말을 해도 꼭 무식이 철철 흘러 넘치는 설명.
Lance and Red hating each other is giving me life.
You can definitely tell the one doll is like shorter than the other one.
Because Red's supposed to be Red's not the tallest. That's Yuri. Yuri's the tallest.
Yeah.
You just had to talk like that. What a stupid explanation.
야, 내가 뭐? 그러는 너는 아냐? 우리가 사람이 된 이유 말이야.
Hey, what about what I just said? Then do you know about the reason we became human?
그걸 대답할 수 있는 사람은 이 중에 없어. 나도 우리에게 정확히 무슨 일이 일어난지는 잘 모르겠고.
There's no one among us who can explain that. Even I don't really understand what happened to us.
Can I just say I'm living for this like weird chest, like nipple vest and corset?
It's like supposed to be like the thing where it just goes around your up like a shoulder holster kind of energy.
Yeah, and
it also has a waist cincher, which is like,
Yeah, I don't think I've seen them together. It's got a little bit of steampunky vibe, but definitely like some high fashiony stuff.
Yes.
다만 레드 말대로 무언가가 우리 몸에 닿았던 느낌은 기억하고 있어.
But as Red said, I remember someone touching our bodies.
Something
touching our bodies.
저도 기억해요. 그게 닿자마자 밝은 빛에 휩싸였고 그 후에 눈을 떠보니 이렇게 사람의 몸을 가지게 되었어요.
I remember too, as soon as it touched us, we were surrounded by light, and when I opened my eyes afterwards, I had a human body.
결국 아무도 우리가 사람이 된 이유는 대답하지 못한다는 거로군.
So no one can explain why we came to life. But one thing is for sure.
Yuri walked towards me with his long legs.
사람이 된
Oh.
우리의 주인은 너, 바로 너라는 거지.
Human or not, our owner is you. Only you.
He looks so pale compared to the hair color here.
I'm coming back around on him.
Yeah.
He's charming, but I think he means it.
Yeah, he wants to be pretty for his lady.
Yeah. My one and only my owner.
Yuri raised my chin as he spoke. Up close, he's really so cute.
Oh, she said the last bit out loud.
Yeah.
Ah! Her inside thought became an outside thought.
Freudian slip.
What?
What? I accidentally spoke my mind while staring blankly at him. Luckily, Yuri seems to have missed it.
방금 뭐라고 하지 않았어?
Didn't you say something right just now?
Yuri raised my chin and pulled my face towards his. He was not as small as when he was a doll. And in
Heartbeat.
the heartbeat, yeah.
Oh my god.
My heart started pounding to see such beauty up close. And he's not just a beauty, he's a man. God, man in uppercase.
All caps. This
I-
girl's having a whole time.
I think she just discovered puberty.
She's learning things about herself.
Yeah, this is a learning moment. It was nothing. I shake off his hand at the thought. Now to think about it, Yuri is first and foremost a man. I've never been this close to a guy other than Grandpa and Dad. After being aware of this, my heart started to beat faster. My face is probably red too.
I'm shocked the others are not intervening.
This is embarrassing.
깜짝이야. My honey, 부끄럼 타는 거야?
I
What's
like
with the
this.
My honey shit?
It's a pet name. I'm here for it.
It is very cute. Oh my god, my honey, are you being shy?
I was just surprised. Yuri seemed to put on a serious face, but soon shrugged it off and came back to his usual self. But there's something odd.
뭐죠?
One thing. What is it?
If you guys are the dolls, then what are those? All the dolls in my room are where they were before.
I was wondering about this because they were still in the
Yeah,
back of
they
her.
were still in the. Did they just write this in because they forgot to paint a second background image?
It might be part of the plot.
I point towards my room. I checked with my own eyes.
Yep, my own.
I checked with my own eyes while getting dressed. On the shelf were $5 as usual.
그건 우리도 잘은 모르겠지만 본체는 그대로인 것 같아. 다시 말해 지금 여기 이렇게 서 있는 우리는 저 인형의 영혼 같은 존재라고 할 수 있지.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I think our bodies remain the same. You can say that we are the souls of those dolls.
The soul?
그래. 저기에 있는 인형은 껍데기일 뿐이야. 진짜 우리는 여기 이렇게 서 있고.
Yes, those dolls over there are no more than empty shells. The real us are standing right here, and we've totally talked about this on the podcast!
Yeah.
About spirits inhabiting human shapes and then, like, the relation of it.
Yes.
인형 속에 있던
We did this!
의식이 사람의 모습으로 구체화된 것 같습니다.
I believe the consciousness in the dolls materialized into human figures.
The consciousness? What? I can't understand what he means.
Listen to our podcast!
Knowing what I'm thinking, Lance frowned a bit and started to explain more.
간단히 말하자면 인형 속의 영혼이 인간의 몸으로 변했다는 것.
Excuse me.
물론
You need more
그
tea.
이유는 알 수 없고요.
So I drank water, it was a mistake. To put it simply, the souls inside the dolls turned into human bodies. Of course, I do not know why.
What kind of fantasy is that? So now that they are human, the dolls are useless?
아니. 비록 껍데기이긴 하지만 본체는 본체인 것 같아. 그래서 무슨 일이 있어도 조심해야 할 것이 있어.
No, although they are just shells, they are the bodies. So whatever happens, you must be careful of something that's absolutely going to happen dramatically at some point.
Oh god. Be careful of what?
본체에 상처가 나면 우리 몸에도 상처가 나요.
If the body is damaged, then our human bodies are injured as well.
What?
말 그대로지. 어떤 원리인지는 모르겠지만 본체에 위협을 가하면 우리한테도 영향이 오는 모양이야.
Just as I said, I don't know how exactly it works, but if the doll bodies are in danger, we are affected too.
레드를 바늘로 찔러서 테스트해봤으니 이건 확실한 사실이야.
Yuri!
We've
We've already tested by pricking red with a needle, so this is an absolute fact. And of course it was red!
Well, he's the hero. He probably volunteered, right? Because he's sacrificing himself by being a hero.
He absolutely...
그건 테스트가 아니라 고문이었다고.
Oh wait, hold on.
나를 양팔로 잡아서
I don't know.
너희들이
This is a...
잔인하게
I was joking. You fell for it, though.
Hey, that was not a test, it was torture. You guys seized my arms and cruelly forced me to.
He scowled and buried his face in his hands as if recalling something horrendous. As my
I
cat...
love that they mutually went, you're the one we're stabbing.
Sacrifice! Sacrifice!
Sacrifice.
So, my dolls have come alive and are standing right in front of me. Is this it?
We found the premise.
This is real and not a dream. Lance has ellipses.
A blank stare.
Lance was staring at me and our eyes met. I need more liquid. Why?
아니요. 멍청한 표정을 짓고 있었어요. 당신한테 어울리지
He's the tsundere.
Ouch. Harsh.
Nothing. You were looking very stupid. Although, it did suit you.
What? Stupid? Are you really my doll? What happened to
love
the
him.
Prince Charming I imagined? Who's this jerk in front of my eyes? I've come to realize that these 5 boys are very different from what I had pictured. Especially Lance. Talking with my dolls was something I've always dreamed of. I was indeed a bit disappointed at their cold attitudes.
우리가 왜 갑자기 이런 몸을 가지게 됐는지, 이것이 일시적인 현상인지 아닌지 어느 하나 정확한 것을 알 수 없기 때문에 지금부터 섣부른 행동은 금물입니다.
We do not know anything for certain right now, why we came to have these bodies, whether or not it's temporary, so we must not be hasty from now on. For a while, we should calmly observe our situations.
As he finished his words, Lance looked at me. I just sat there listening to what he was saying and stared blankly at those unrealistic moving lips.
갑자기 우리들이 나타나서 당황했겠지만 그래도 일단은 당신이 우리의 오너이니 다소
He's got a chip on his shoulder about her.
당분간 참아주셨습니다.
I am sure you were quite shocked to see us like this, but at least for now, you are our owner, so please bear with us.
상황이 정리되면 이 집을 나가는 방법을 모색해 보도록 하겠습니다.
If things do not work out, we will search for ways to move out of the house.
왜? 난 나가기 싫어. 저 녀석이랑 같이 살고 싶다고. 사람이 되면 하고 싶은 게 얼마나 많았는데. 야, 너도 그렇지?
Do you think Lance is upset because she got more?
Oh.
Right? Because he's OG? And he was like there for her the whole time. Her grandfather passed away and everything, and then she got more
Yeah.
and liked them more, or maybe spent more time with them.
Yeah.
That's my bet.
Oh, eldest child.
Yeah, eldest child syndrome. Why? I don't want to leave. I want to live with her. I had so many things I wanted to do if I turned human. Hey, same for you, right? Let's live together. I'll make every single day fun.
오,
I don't doubt
대담한
this.
발언을 하는데 레드. 순진한 얼굴을 하고서는 제법 은근하단 말이야.
Oh my god.
역시 젊은 게 좋군.
Oh, you're quite bold, Red. There's a purr sneaking underneath that innocent face of yours. How good it is to be young.
I'm sorry. Wasn't it Yuri that invited us to sit on their lap?
Yes, it was.
Pot
And who's been
calling,
like touching her face and been like all up in her business?
pot calling the kettle black?
Huh?
저도 마스터와 함께 있고 싶어요. 마스터는 우리들의 주인님인데 따로 산다는 건 말이 안 된다고 생각해요.
Oh. I want to be with Master too. Master is our owner, and I think it doesn't make sense for us to live apart. Even if you all disagree, I won't budge this time.
연호야 진정해. 손에 힘도 풀고. 아무도 널 여기서 나가라고 하지 않았어.
Yunho, calm down. Relax your hands. No one told you to get out of here.
Yonho slightly relaxed at Tae's words.
이 모습이 언제 사라질지 모르는데 다들 참 태평한 소리를 하는군요. 다들 머리가 비었습니까? 아, 그러고 보니 헤드안은 원래 비어 있었죠.
You all are quite peaceful when we do not know how long this will last. Are you all stupid? On second thought, your heads are already empty.
I mean, they are dolls.
그건
I was
너도
just thinking that, but
마찬가지잖아.
technically...
Yeah, okay, Red picked up on that.
Yeah, it's the same for you too!
자자 그만두래. 집에 머물지에 대해서는 집주인의 의사가 제일 중요하잖아.
Now, stop. Whether or not we stay here depends on the house owner.
Tae approached me.
부담이 될 건 알고 있어. 하지만 여기에 머물게 해주면 안 될까? 우린 너밖에 모르니까 말이야.
He's definitely the older brother archetype kind of guy here.
Yes. I'm yes.
You're yes, very good. I know this will be a burden, but will you let us stay here? You are the only person we know.
But his soft and sincere voice melts my ears. Tae is exactly as I had imagined.
This means he's secretly going to be something awful. There's gonna be something.
일단은 나도 부탁을
There's
해보자.
always something. I actually wanted to kick all of them out and want to live here just with you, but I will ask anyway.
부탁이에요, 마스터. 저희를 버리지 말아주세요.
Please, Master, don't abandon us.
Don't look at me with those puppy dog eyes. I soften after seeing Yonho's watery eyes. Alright, but you guys really have to behave yourselves. There's nothing I can say if the neighbors find out.
걱정하지 마. 유후! 좋았어. 오늘부터 이곳이 우리 본부다 본부.
This guy. Don't worry. Alright, this is our headquarters from today. Headquarters.
They were loud as soon as I was done talking. Tae reheated the food that went cold. I was so used to having breakfast by myself. What just happened?
She's gonna be so late for school.
Well, it was 5 a.m. when this whole thing started. Maybe that's the what do you call it? Thing that's saying that she can get to school without an issue. I pick up my chopsticks and look around the table. I can't get used to this. Of course, there's nothing to complain about, being surrounded by cute boys. Lance eating quietly in his usual tidy self, and adorable Yonho munching the food like a hamster. Red shouting about how delicious everything is every time he puts something in his mouth, and Yuri delicately handling his chopsticks. And Tae's like a father, delighted at everyone enjoying the food.
Yep, Tay is your core. This is Becca core.
All of them are sitting at this table. Is this really where I live? I couldn't believe the sight in front of my eyes. Living with these people from now on, is this really not a dream? I live with these awesome guys. As reality suddenly hits me, I feel excited. Hold on, so you guys remember everything that happened when you were dolls?
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a squirrel the way he chews with a mouthful of food.
물론이죠. 마스터를 처음 만난 날도, 마스터가 처음 옷을 사준 날도 다 기억나요.
I think she's concerned you remember every time she's dressed you and undressed you and made you naked.
Yeah, also, she's probably naked in that room.
Yep, of course. The first day I met Master, the first time you bought me clothes, I remember everything.
그뿐만이 아니야. 난 마이 허니가 어떤
Uh-oh.
옷을 입고 어떤
Yuri,
음식을 먹었는지도 다
you
기억해.
didn't have to be that direct.
Not only that, I remember what my honey was wearing, what you were eating, and all of that.
Could you please not call me that?
나도. 그거라면 나도 기억해. 맞다. 오타니까 말인데. 너 그거 어떻게 됐어?
Me too. Me too. I remember that. Oh, right. Speaking of clothes, what happened to that?
To what?
왜 있잖아. 홈 쇼핑인가? 네가 TV 보다가 갑자기
my
사야겠다며 난리친 거. 볼륨업 어쩌고 했던 거 같은데. 그건 아직 안 왔어?
You know, home shopping. You were watching the TV and screamed that you had to get something. Push up something, wasn't it? Did it get here yet?
Interrobang. Oh my god. Wait, no. Interrobang. OMG. What's he saying?
오면 나한테도 보여줘. 내가 어울리는지 안 어울리는지.
I love him. Show to me when it comes. I'll check if it's okay for you. Ow!
이 저질이.
Hentai.
You perv.
Lance kicked Red in the shin. Red
I
clutched.
love him.
Red clutched his leg and started rolling around.
흰색 레이스가 달린 그거 말하는 건가?
Oh my god.
아니 뭐 마이 허니에게 안 어울리는 건 없지.
Are you talking about the white lace one? I prefer a more. Well, there's nothing that doesn't suit my honey.
잘은 모르겠지만 마스터는 뭐든 잘 어울릴 거예요. 저도 보고 싶네요.
I don't quite understand, but I'm sure Master will look good in everything. I want to see it too.
No, you're too young. Yanho looks at me with his innocent smile. No.
How that text got bigger?
Since
She's
when?
screaming.
Since when have you guys been observing me?
그래. 당황한 건 이해하지만 진정하고.
They already have seen everything, girl.
줄까?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand your shock, but calm down. Want a warm cup of tea?
Since
Go
when?
on!
Yeah, who knows at this point? Since when?
It's a Saturday.
Did they see me? Huh? Did they see me when I played with my dolls in my own fantasy world and I ran around with just my underwear on?
이제 와서 말이지만
I need to remind you. Here it comes.
What?
그저 집에서도
He's
옷은 챙겨 입는 것이 좋다고 생각합니다.
Aw.
Becca, he's embarrassed. He's the only one who's been embarrassed. So I think it's best if you wear clothes around the house.
Was that phone call in the game or is that on your end?
That's my end. Hold on.
Oh, okay, no, that's fine. I was just making sure I wasn't missing a plot thing. Nani? What? What is he talking about? I am wearing clothes right now.
언제 손님이 찾아올지도 모르고 특히 그 브레이 그걸 답답하다고 아무데나 벗어 던지는 것은 자제해 주십시오.
It was a very loud call, leaving a message right behind my head. Anyway, you never know when a visitor might come, and especially refrain from taking off your bra just to get comfortable. Okay, Lance has gotten some mega points for being on the same page as her about why she's upset.
Yeah, Lance avoided my eyes while speaking and his ears were slightly red. And listening to that, my ears must have gone 10 times as red.
Good on him for telling her. Like,
Triple exclamation mark from Becca.
그러고 보니 예전에 란스 쪽으로 던져서 저 녀석이 그걸
Oh my
뒤집어 쓴 경험이 있었지?
now that I think about it, you once threw it at Lance and he was buried under it for a while.
Yuri added. Triple exclamation mark?
맞아. 목석 같은 란스라도 그런 갑작스런 자극은 좀 충격적이었겠지. 그런 건 천천히 익숙해져야 하는데.
Yeah, even for Lance, who's pretty cold-blooded, that was a bit shocking. You need time to get used to those things.
Tay adds with a smile. Yuri and Tay are quite the couple even though they don't seem so. They connect through such weird things.
I love the two of them being on the same vibe.
Lance starts frowning. Ellipses.
Yes, tease Lance, tease Lance.
야, 너 아까부터 이상하다. 어디 아파?
Oh. Hey, you've been acting weird. Are you sick?
Red stopped rolling around in pain and suddenly put both his hands on my cheeks. I felt his big calloused hands, wrap around my face. Shush you!
When when the texts come for you.
I instinctively cringed and backed away at the first touch from a man.
This is the
Not
second one.
second. It's embarrassing.
He touched your cheek. He touched your chin. Yours
Yeah.
touched your chin.
뭐야? 너 왜 그렇게
Be consistent.
놀래?
Why are you so surprised?
혹시 내가 싫으냐?
Do you not, like me?
Huh, no, that's not it. It's just a little awkward having a guy come up to me so naturally. I'm just not used to it. I was about to open my mouth to say anything to clear up the uncomfortable air. It was at that moment.
당신이 때리는 줄 알았나 봅니다.
Lance!
Lance! Both of us yelling at him like he's a cat on the counter. She must have thought you were going to hit her.
Red ellipses.
뭐 임마? 야, 너 왜 자꾸 시비야? 오늘 한번
He did help her out that way, though, because she was getting flustered, so he distracted him.
Yeah,
What,
it's...
punk? Hey, why are you picking on me today? You obviously need a taste of Red's lethal moves today, don't you?
Lethal moves? What the hell is that? Nonetheless, I'm relieved to say Red get all worked up again. The air's been cleared. He looked a bit gloomy before. Did I see it wrong?
어제 비가 온 덕분에 오늘은 날씨가 맑군요. 환기를 하는 것도 나쁘지 않을 것 같습니다. 묵은 먼지도 털어낼 겸 말이죠.
I do like how they're all complicated. The weather is clear because of the rain yesterday. I think it would be nice to let the air out. And to get rid of old dust as well.
너 내 말 무시하냐? 그리고 먼지라는 단어를 말할 때 왜 나를 보냐?
Are you ignoring me? And why did you look at me when you said dust?
아 참 맞다. 네가 일어나기 전에 간단하게 집 청소를 좀 했는데.
Tay is your type. Tay is so your type.
Shush you.
Oh right, I forgot. I cleaned the house a little before you woke up. It's okay, right?
아, 저도 같이 했어요. 바닥에 있던 물건들은 저기에 모아놨어요. 마스터가 일어나시면 물어볼까 했는데
Oh,
너무
I helped
돈이
too.
좀
I
오셔서
moved things on the
배우지
floor
못했어요.
to over there. I wanted to ask you when you woke up, but I couldn't wake you up from your deep sleep.
Wow, they really did it. I was surprised to notice everything before, but the living room was indeed really clean. All the cleaning tools I'd taken out to start the cleaning and the dirty clothes were all gone. I wake up to find the house cleaned and breakfast ready. They must be my fairy godmother. Dolls cleaning and cooking. No one will ever believe this.
자, 잡담은 그만하고 얼른 마저 먹어. 식겠다.
Now stop chatting and eat up. It's going to get cold.
For a second time. Nothing survives 2 times through microwave.
Oh, I know, right?
Everyone starts to move their chopsticks at Tay's words.
That's right, they were in the middle of eating earlier and then they got themselves distracted again.
저기요, 마스터.
Hey, Master.
Yeah? Now that I think about it, Yanho always calls me master.
걱정하지 마세요. 마스터에게 해가 되는 일은
Oh.
절대로 안 할게요. 약속해요.
Don't worry, we will never do anything that harms you, I promise.
He must have thought I don't trust them. Somehow I start to feel sorry at seeing his nervous face. It's nothing like that. Of course I'm surprised, but I'm not worried. I'm actually really happy. Now I can eat with you like this. It's really like a dream.
마스터.
Yanho threw his tiny body into my arms. Oh, are we gonna get
Oh,
artwork?
buddy.
It faded into
Maybe.
white.
Let's see if we unlock something.
Although, since we were sitting at the table, only his upper body was in my arms.
저요.
Tease.
darn
뭐든지 다 할게요.
That was a
마스터를
tease.
위해서라면
No eye catch for us.
I guess they just wanted you to picture it.
같이
Mm-hmm.
있어주세요.
That's not an uncommon trick because every piece of art is like time and money and
Yeah.
you know, I will really do anything if it's for you. So from now on, be with me.
Instead of replying, I stroke Yanho's head.
He's a fucking dog. He's a golden retriever.
Yanho sits straight again and beams.
No, he's more like a King Charles Spaniel kind of energy.
I mean,
Golden retriever is red.
reminds me of Climber, to be honest, my cat.
Oh, yeah.
All the rest of the boys seem to be looking at us, but they soon turn their eyes back to the food. It's actually a bit surreal and nerve-wracking. Nothing is going to be solved just by worrying, so for now, let's just think about the things right ahead. Let's see. Right now, the things ahead are food. Let's eat food. Just as someone would plant an apple tree even after the world ends, I have to go to class even after my dolls come to life. Okay, you can never just run around. I'm supposed to be living here by myself. If you don't be careful and the old man upstairs, I mean, our principal sees you, then we're going to be in big trouble. Okay, maybe it is mansion, like a mansion. Like Japan-style mansion. Yeah.
Well, no, it was an independent building when we saw it.
I mean, it could be an upstairs, downstairs.
I think more that she might be talking about the school building. Like, them going to school with her.
Oh.
Oh, never mind. You were right.
And the
Maybe it is a
upstairs.
mansion.
I think the person that translated it just didn't understand the nuance.
That it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's in a 2-story house at least, like her
Yeah.
like her part of the building.
Right. In the upstairs of this mansion lives the principal of Croby Academy. I say he's the principal, but he's an old friend of Grandpa. He often saw after me after I was little, so I feel like I have another Grandpa. Because he lives upstairs, my parents must have let me live by myself. I think they stay in contact.
I give their parents a point because there's an adult available if an adult is necessary.
Yeah. So if he finds out about this, things will get serious.
걱정 마. 우리가 애도 아니고 여긴 우리한테 맡겨. 안심 푹 하고 다녀오라고.
Red, I don't trust you being the one saying this. Don't worry, we're not little kids. Leave this place to us. Don't worry for even a tiny bit.
Red, you worry me the most. It hasn't been long since we were barely stopped Red from trying to patrol the neighborhood after breakfast.
Leave the kids to me. I wish I could go with my honey. But do please understand the little devils that keep us apart. You understand, right?
I guess that audio didn't load. Maybe there's... A few minutes ago, I was getting ready to head out when Yuri suddenly came up and grandly announced he was coming with me. If Tay and Lance hadn't stepped up, I'm scared to think what could have happened.
Thank God for Lance.
You know, Yuri, I think you said the same thing when you received the voice phishing call. He already has a face that sticks out, but the way he moves makes him more noticeable. I'm having doubts on whether I can really leave these boys here. Anyways, I'll be back.
저기 잠깐만요, 마스터.
Wait, Master?
Yeah? I was about to pass the living room and head towards the front door when Yanho stopped me. He came toward me, stood on tiptoe, and gave me a peck on the forehead?
Oh.
Mwah. Yanho!
잘 다녀오시라는 인사예요. 항상 아침마다 우리한테 인사를 해주셨잖아요. 잘 다녀오겠다고요. 그때마다 생각했어요.
What a cutie. It's my way of saying goodbye, Smile. You always used to say goodbye to us every morning, and that you'll be back. Every time I thought of something, if I could move, then I would say bye to my master. Be back soon.
그래서 오늘 해봤는데 생각했던 것보다 조금 쑥스럽긴 하지만.
So I tried it today. It's more embarrassing than I thought, but I really wanted to do it.
Yanho.
혹시 불쾌하셨던?
Oh, were you offended? Oh.
I knowingly hugged Yangho tightly. His small and warm body was in my arms.
I think out of the 5 of them, Yanho is currently winning.
He really is so lovable. Flashback to the first episode of Clerks. I'll be back, guys. They were listening to that. They were listening to that goodbye I always said without knowing. I thought I was alone ever since Grandpa died, but there were ones who looked after me by my side. I suddenly choked up at that thought.
늦었습니다. 조심히 다녀오십시오. 길 건널 때 차 조심하고요.
Aw, Lance is I bully it because I love you, guy. You will be late. Be careful. watch the cars when crossing the street, you have a tendency to be clumsy.
란스도 걱정이 되나 보네. 그래, 모처럼 이렇게 몸도 얻었으니 우리 다 함께 오너를 배웅해 주기로 할까?
Lance must be worried too. Yes. Now that we have a body, shouldn't we all see our owner off?
걱정한 적 없습니다.
I never worried.
알아. 자, 현관 앞까지 나가자. 밖에 나갈 순 없겠지만 그 정도는 괜찮지?
I know. Now let's go up to the front door. We can't go outside, but this won't be a problem, I hope.
Tay looked at me for approval.
오, 좋아. 동료가 출격을 하는데 당연히 배웅을 해줘야지. 자, 가자.
Ooh, all right. A colleague is being dispatched. Of course we have to see her off. Now let's go.
Ray grabbed my wrists and was about to burst out the front door any minute. Wait!
나도 함께 가자고 말하고 싶지만 난 꼬맹이들과 함께하는 것보단 둘만의 오붓한 시간을 가지고 싶으니까 패스. 마이건이 너무 상심하지 마.
I want to say I'll go with you, but I want our own quality time. Not with those kiddos. I'll pass. Don't be too disappointed, my honey. There's an infinite span of time and opportunities ahead of us.
I wasn't disappointed.
잘 다녀오라고. 난 그 사이 목욕이나 해야겠어. 아침부터 몸을 움직였더니 피곤해.
Be home soon. Meanwhile, I'll take a bath. It's only morning and I've moved too much. I'm tired.
Yuri stretched and headed towards the bathroom. Lance, who didn't seem so keen, was pushed by Tay to come see me off at the front door. It was the first time someone saw me off after Grandpa died. I feel a bit tickly.
밖에까지 나가지 못해서 미안.
Sorry we can't go outside.
잘 다녀오세요, 마스터. 조심하시고요.
Have a good day, Master. Be careful.
Okay, thank you.
밖에서 파파팍 해치우고 얼른 돌아오라고. 기다릴 테니까 말이야. 나 밥 안 먹고 기다릴 거니까.
Get everything done in a second and hurry back home. I'll be waiting. I'm not going to eat till you come, so if you're late, I'll get mad.
Okay. I say bye to the boys and turn the doorknob. At that moment,
이제 가니?
are you heading out now? I feel like this is a good time to save and pause
Yes.
for today.
We finished we have had our introduction to the premise of the plot.
All the boys have said goodbye to us, and
We
so
have met the two friends. We have met the weird skeleton man. That isn't a skeleton, he just is obsessed with them. And we have now met the principal, who looks weirdly a lot like our grandpa.
ha.
Like from the picture we saw briefly, we couldn't really see his face, but he looks very similar.
Interesting.
Wait, whoa. They mentioned Grandpa having a wife, but what if?
I'm-
What if Principal and Grandpa had
I
like
mean-
a thing?
I mean, that suit.
That suit. Look, I'm just saying, what if? So, first impression, having never really played Otome games before, how are you enjoying or not enjoying this?
It's okay. Let me close out of this, and I'll bring back up for anyone that didn't see it earlier. Where am I at? Web browser, and then show this on Steam. It is an interesting combination of cute, comfortable, and uncomfortable. Like it mixes it all in because it's trying to push your boundaries on what your comfort is. And it's trying to make you make decisions on which of these you're comfortable with. Because they're each pushing in a different way. Like,
Yes.
so it's interesting because it's like, right now it's kind of like each of them are testing your preferences and your limits and what makes you comfortable, what makes you uncomfortable, which way do you want to go here. It's also starting to tell, like, you can tell kind of a bit of the open-ended story, which is like, you should be open about this with your friends because this is what makes you happy, and things that make you happy should be shared with your friends. But at the same time, like, they were also talking about the dolls, like, if the doll gets hurt, the soul of the doll, embodying a human now, also gets hurt. So, yeah, it's interesting.
There's this other setup they're kind of doing as well, where she's nervous and kind of shy about her hobby because she understands it to be unusual, or perhaps not easily understood the appeal. But then she has this very clear example of what her friends do with someone who's strange with a hobby they don't understand.
Yeah.
Where it's like, we think this man might be a little too attached to skeletons, but their immediate reaction is like, ew, I can't believe I thought he was hot. Like, they had this immediate reaction. And even if what he's obsessed with is different than what she's obsessed with, I can see the narrative being like, she's kind of worried. That's the reaction she's going to get.
Do you think they use skeletons to literally play on the term skeletons in the closet?
I don't know if it's that as much as they wanted something uncanny and humanoid, maybe?
Okay, because I wasn't sure, because sometimes we have these phrases in English, but they might not necessarily exist in the native original game in Korean.
Sometimes some metaphors do carry, like throwing pearls before swine is an actual metaphor, idiom rather, in Japanese. I know that.
Yeah.
Which thrilled me. I was like, whoa, they have that one? And sometimes they're the same, sometimes they're different, sometimes they're understood because in like language classes you'll read things in translation that have the metaphor in translation.
Yeah, and especially like sense. A lot of metaphors exist in like Shakespearean language, and then they get translated, so they kind of like carry over language to language.
So I don't know if that's what they're doing as much as setting up that makes you feel uncomfortable, or if there's further down the line in the plot a reason why it's a human-shaped thing that's not a human, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So,
I'm wondering where they're going to go with it.
As we consider the end game of this 40-hour, potentially, game according to Steam.
Longer because we're reading it.
And, yeah, I know. We've made a mistake. And we look at all the fun Steam and other Black Friday deals here in the US for shopping, including, computer parts so I can stream things better. Remember to keep on collecting dolls.
But keep a budget.